KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Curie.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside, the after party. But it's before. With Ethan and Alex on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Curie. And things are weird right now on this program. So if you were listening, we've been doing.
Sorry, what do you mean? What do you mean?
It's AI's fault.
Oh yeah,
it's AI's fault.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what happened, because I'm only just learning this now as well. So yesterday we tried to move forward with this list. Alex created this list in coordination with AI of the 250 things that are the most important things in American history, most important to who we are, the people, places, and things, right? And he didn't read it yet. AI put it together. He didn't read it. So we were getting surprised by all these. I mean, we've been moving through from 250 all the way down.
Well,
that was
our commitment. Our commitment was we're not going to read it. Like that was the whole thing. Is like we're gonna go through
over the air as we read it over the air.
We found out what it was while everybody else did.
And so yesterday, though, we suffered a little bit of a meltdown because all of a sudden the list, and we were getting right around the top 100. We're finally getting to the top 100, and the list started to repeat itself.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do.
And there were some weird things in there too, because we had like the Emancipation Proclamation was like 115th.
Yes.
And Abraham Lincoln.
Like Thomas Jefferson was like 110, and then like
just crazy.
A bunch, and then like number 90 was George Washington Carver. I think maybe the AI even misread it and was like, "Oh, I thought I put George Washington." Not George Washington
but it started
Carver.
Also repeating itself, and so
Again.
we kind of had a meltdown. So, Alex, tell us about your negotiations. Alex had an HR meeting with AI about its performance.
Well, I took
about how AI kind of let us down yesterday.
Yeah. I took a note from your wife's stance with AI, which was you just have to be straightforward with it. Because I've been trying to soft pedal its feelings for a while.
Yeah.
And then I realized you got to just say it.
Yeah.
You got to just tell AI, like you're coming up short, okay? And I even told it. I said, "You really embarrassed me." That's what I told it. I go, "Hey, you embarrassed me yesterday because you just kept repeating the list." And my friend, who I'm going over the list with, I call you my friend, AI, was like, I said, my friend like goes, "What's wrong with your list?" And I said, and then I blamed it on you because you did the list. And AI comes back with it said, instead of pretend, okay, here's what it said. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, of course.
So owned up to it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Looking back over the previous installments, it looks like I have repeated a number of entries, and I don't really know what happened. That's not acceptable.
See, our human brains caught it.
I know because I don't know the models it looks at. But it says, but then it goes on, and then paragraph 2 of its explanation is my kids giving an excuse for why they didn't do their homework. Yeah.
What did it say?
The problem is, when I was generating a list like this incrementally over multiple conversations, instead of just maintaining one master ranked database, then I think because you asked me so many different times for different entries, I was starting to come up with different lists.
So it's your fault.
That's what it said.
That's your fault, Alex.
You asked
him too many questions.
All I kept doing was saying, "All right, let's keep it going." That's what my input was like. All right, keep it going. Let's see installment 2. So, they're the ones who said that they couldn't do it in one installment. I can't. This is too big of a list. If they would have done one list at the first, we wouldn't have had repeats because it would have been like, "Well, this is dumb. I did all." But because I kept saying, "All right, keep it coming," I kept doing that, and then it almost like would start over a different list in a way. So AI sucks. I hope it hears me.
So what's our status now? How are we going to do this?
The status is now. I said, look, you got to stop repeating it. And it said, "You're right. Here's how I should fix it. No duplicate entries. Every person, place, or invention, or event, or company, work of art, institution is going to appear exactly once." And then it said, and I said, "Yeah, but we've already gotten through the 100, or we've already gotten to 100 now." And then it said, "Well, how should I?" Okay. And then it said, I said 100 on needs to be the most important 100 things.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to sacrifice some of the things we've already talked about at the beginning of the list if we get the top 100 right.
Okay.
And that's where we sat. And then it said, excellent idea.
Yeah. No, you're a freaking genius, Alex.
I know. It said it. Excellent idea.
Yeah.
From here on, I'm treating this like a book editor would.
You know
no
what?
repeats.
Look, when I
You did
first-
that at the beginning, you weirdo.
When I first started using these chat agents, I thought their politeness and their deference was charming. Now I
it's
find
because
it
gets in the
just
way. It gets in the way of work.
So aggravating.
All right, so I've
so
got
aggravating.
because we have to get through 100 today. We're gonna try to mow through as many as we can.
Now,
right
now I know.
now.
Now I know why my wife finally typed in. Stop
it.
being nice to
yeah,
me.
stop being. But also, yeah, don't waste all these words on you going, hey, I think that this, because it did. It was being like, this is a really fun project we're working on here, and I'm like, it's not. It's just for work. Come on, get
and
over
then we
it.
waste like 1,000 gallons of water.
Just to cool it down.
Just for the
that.
AI to say, well, that's a great observation,
All right,
Alex.
so here we go. This is the way that the list is now.
Okay.
Is top 100 of all time. So some of these will be repeats, I think, from what we got before. But now I think it thinks that the ranking is better now.
Okay. But still, you haven't seen this list.
I haven't seen the list.
All right. So this is the top 100. We've had to
America's top 100 ever.
We've had to reset.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 100, Alexander Hamilton. Number 99.
I never knew why Alexander Hamilton was so important.
Architect of the financial system. That's what it says. Great musical. That's also what it says. No, I didn't say that. 99 is a transistor. Invented in America. Transistor is the foundation of virtually every modern electronic device. I said, okay, I like that explanation.
Okay.
Fine. James Madison, 98. D-Day, 97.
Okay.
I thought it was good they put D-Day in there because that's a bigger thing. Because then then I'm wondering where are we going to see other stuff here? The Federal Reserve System.
Okay.
96.
So this is not as dramatic as the last list.
No.
There's a lot of like technical elements in here.
Yeah. Lincoln Memorial, 95.
Okay.
94 is Dwight Eisenhower.
Okay.
93 is the integrated circuit, also an American invention.
Okay.
Okay.
All
The
right.
Supreme Court of the United States is 92.
Okay.
Rocky Mountain, that seems low, or high, whatever it is. Rocky Mountain National Park.
All right.
Thurgood Marshall. We're
Okay.
into the 80s, which is where you and I are on Utah's all-time list.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
like 85 and 86.
Yeah. The Lewis and Clark westward expansion.
Okay.
Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Okay.
That's me on the list. I'm 88, which I think is way better than the Louisiana Purchase or the Lewis Clark expedition crap that you had. The Pearl Harbor National Memorial. John Marshall. The Homestead Act. The Peace Corps. Smithsonian. They brought the Smithsonian back up. Okay. And I think that's probably the right place.
Probably.
Maybe in the 80s.
Yeah, probably.
John Adams, 82. The Land Lease Act, 81. National Institutes of Health. Ellis Island, 79. Northwest Ordinance, which is the framework for admitting states in the Northwest, and they also banned slavery as soon as they started up. That's a big one I understand how big of a deal that is because I had to take Pacific Northwest history. The National Academy of Sciences. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go through these next ones quick, Caitlyn. I know we're going on to the next thing.
Well, we can go to 75 and then come back to it.
We're on 75 right now.
Okay, what's 75?
Sam Walton. I think it's pretty good.
Sam Walton from Walmart. Okay, all right. So this list is going to be kind of interesting.
I think it's a little bit better.
We'll see what the other 75 have to say.
We might even get through a few before the end of the show just to be able to make this happen. Yes.
We are just a few short hours away from the 4th of July.
Yes.
And there are going to be some people who want to see some fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Hey, I know that we did get Caitlyn told us we got a birthday shout out from across the seas. Do we want to do that
For
later?
America's 250? No, let's do it right now.
Do we want to do that now?
Because we're about to talk about some fireworks. So we've been getting, the United States has been getting birthday shout outs from all over the world. And boy, we just appreciate it because if there's one thing that America believes in, it's that all countries are equal. They're all great. We love them all and we want all of them here. So in honor of that,
so cynical.
We're going to play this birthday greetings from across the way. Let's see who it is.
Hello, America. This is Vladamir, favorite Russian. Congratulations on turning 250 years old. This is very quaint of you. Where I come from, our town square is older than your constitution, but don't worry. Every country goes through a phase like this in life. Today, I would like to explain to your nation what it's like to turn 250. First, you're going to experience many mood swings. Don't worry, this is very natural. 1 minute you're saying, we are the greatest country on earth. Next minute, you are threatening stranger online over hot dog argument. Perfectly normal. This is very typical identity crisis at 250. You'll be asking questions like, who am I? What do I stand for? Is ranch dressing a personality trait? Again, completely expected. You'll think you know everything. This is classic symptom of someone turning 250. You'll confidently explain freedom, government, history to countries that have been arguing about these things while your continent still had the buffalo wandering around. This is adorable. Finally, remember this. You'll start to have feelings for other countries that you've never felt before. Your voice gets louder. Your emotions start to get bigger in places you did not know. You'll start noticing countries you didn't notice before.
Gross.
Possibly fall in love. And if it is true love between two countries, you will bond them. To be young again. You'll grow out of most of these things that are small hiccups along the way, America. Happy birthday to you, United States. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have KSL to visit that has been standing before your country was even an idea. Enjoy your fireworks if you get permission to light them off.
Oh, that was a low blow. That last part was dumb. That was mean. Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Vladimir.
Appreciate
You
that.
know what we need to do?
So essentially, so America's gonna. Did we just get handed deodorant and told that our bodies are changing?
That's right. You know what we need to do? We need to find out where Vladimir's from. We should do a sister city thing with Vladimir. I think
That's a bad idea just because of he said he was Russian. I don't want a sister country idea or a sister city idea with anybody over there.
Well, it is an awkward time to be.
It's not just awkward. I full on understand that if we become a sister city and try to create some sort of fun, friendly, diplomatic something,
we could all get kidnapped and held for ransom.
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's a spy situation waiting to happen. Did you like my American outfit today, by the way? I had the only thing I had in my well, no, I have our America 250 shirts on. Caitlin's wearing one.
I'm wearing one.
What do you think about that 250 logo with
I
the
like
ribbons?
it with the ribbons. I think it's cool. Let's see, Caitlin. What are we? These are the KSL
I wasn't
issue.
prepared.
I know. These are the KSL issue ones that they get. Did you not get one? No, because I don't think you were technically. There you go.
The first time I've worn it. And
Good for you.
The only time I'll wear it. It's a nice shirt.
Yeah, right. We should get you one.
Yeah, I don't know if you were even.
KSL
I don't think
250?
you. The
He wasn't
show had
employed
started
here.
when
No,
we
we got
these.
this.
Yeah.
Well, you had to email somebody, and then you had to do a security.
I did get a KSL golf shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
So that I
It's
can
because we're
wear
gonna
it.
be in the
That's way
Freedom Parade.
better.
It is cool.
High quality.
But I will say those America 250 shirts, we got them. We got an email that said, "Hey, come pick them up." You had to do an online training first to sign off with HR. Then you could go pick up your T-shirt, and then. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can steal one for Ethan.
Yeah,
but I
see
got
if
the
you can
USA
find one for me.
This one's more Team USA. Remember they beat Canada.
Olympic hockey.
Remember they beat Canada in the summer, and then I thought this was good too. Pontiac, American car brand, now defunct.
Now defunct.
Yeah. I think this is about as American as an outfit as I could put
look,
on together.
all the Americans are all the Americans are feeling patriotic today after America's win over Bosnia.
Oh yeah,
last
man.
night. So that was.
Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah, I sure did.
Oh, good.
It was fun.
It was.
fun. I used to watch a lot more soccer.
They got the red card. That wasn't good. But I think it'll be interesting. If they can win the next one. So we're approaching territory, just to quickly say it. We're approaching territory in this World Cup that right now they are where they probably should have been the entire time. Like, this is where they needed to get in the tournament. Anything after this is going to be massive success, I think.
We could lose this next one.
Andy Cup
still
is bring us treats.
Andy,
right now.
will you come
for
in here?
America 250?
Hold on, what is this? Andy, turn on this middle mic here. Andy, we're gonna make. Well, no, just get in here, Andy. What is this? What are all these things, man?
Okay, so we just finished up Inside Sources, and we did a whole taste test on these America 250 branded treats.
How are they branded America
Well,
250?
look at them. I mean, we got
Yeah, I would love. I would,
little stars
yeah.
and stripes.
Those are
We've
the
got-
brownies.
We've got little star. What are these? Not
Those are
potatoes.
marshmallows. We call those
Marshmallows.
These are cake bites. Who makes these cake bites?
Hostess, I
America's
think.
250.
So I will say So I would love to say that I'm like, what is this? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with this. I've already eaten like 14 of these during this time of year.
It's actually not Hostess. It's a company called Cookies United.
Well, Hostess is these, and then Little Debbie, she's got to show up. It's Big Deborah now, but
You got Little Debbie.
Big Deborah has has taken over. But
these are red, white, and blue speckled Twinkies.
Yeah, gross. How did Greg and Holly do with them? Did they enjoy them? Greg's trying to watch his figure like we are, so I don't know if this is going to be good.
Greg wasn't sure about it, and I said, Greg, you can try these. It's okay. It's fine. It's for science.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
This is what Greg needs to do. He needs to look at his macros. So if he's got
no, don't look at them.
There we go.
No, because
don't eat them.
Because you can calculate this in there. This is a math problem, right? This is a math problem.
Okay,
and
but hold on.
You just need to add.
This has nothing to do with America 250, by the way. A gingerbread man.
Look at his clothes. Though.
I know, but we don't. Once have we eaten
what are his
gingerbread
clothes?
men.
Is it-
There's
clothes are not very covered.
There's red and blue sprinkles and white frosting.
But we've never had a gingerbread man ever for 4th of July.
But maybe you should start.
Yeah.
You know what? They missed an opportunity here for gingerbread Minuteman.
Oh.
Right? They missed an opportunity. He needs a hat.
go.
He needs a rifle
He needs
The
to.
box-
and like a jacket.
The box
Yeah.
actually had some accessories that
Did
just
it?
didn't come on these.
This should come on this.
I love accessories. Andy Cup, everybody.
Sorry, I told
Producer
him he
Inside
could do that
Sources.
because he said he had treats. I was like, we're
Bring 'em
missing
up.
something here.
No,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is
Enjoy.
awesome.
Happy Independence Day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What better way to celebrate that?
We're actually
Feel
gonna be
free to
talking
rate
about
them
food
as
later,
we're
so-
doing this.
No better way for Ethan to go, you know what, let's enjoy all these, but count your macros, everybody. Worst way to celebrate ever. Thank you, Andy. All right. Well, shoot, now we got food in front of us. That's bad news.
It's not that
All right.
bad. I'll swap you though for some Little Debbie.
I'm not. I don't look at this. I don't look at this as this being a plate of our like own individual buffet plates that we were given. But now the cupcake with the thing on it. That's good. Yeah.
I want to see.
What are the cake bites all about? The cake bites are a totally different thing. That's not made by Little Debbie or Hostess.
Hold on, open up upside
I feel like Little Debbie and Hostess are the same company. Is that wrong, Caitlyn?
So here's what it looks like.
See, those are pretty.
And it's.
Was that supposed to be like the Lincoln Monument?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Hold on, it's missing one. But they have these sections. Can you see this? Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on.
That's America.
There's a better view on this side. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take this little piece of chocolate. Oop. See, like that, it's a red, white, and blue little sections. I'm going to hold it up in front of my face.
Well.
So, yeah, you know.
I'm glad we did this for the video and for science, as Andy said. So, all right, Millard.
Yeah.
I know we're moving on to the next section here, so let's just go straight on. Whatever you feel like we want to do.
We can go, like, if you want to go fireworks or wherever you go.
Yeah, let's do fireworks because I think
fine.
it's important. We got a really, really big update from our boss.
We did. So
Carol, a.k.a. Cheryl, who said that there's actually a place in Utah you can light fireworks off and you're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah, it's called Salt Flats. So, and this is true. So we verified this. BLM, the Bureau of Land Management, says that, hey, if you want, you can go out to the Salt Flats and you can light off fireworks because there is nothing that's going to catch fire out there, which is one of the great things about the Salt Flats. You know, if you go out to the Salt Flats, you know what you find is salt.
Let me tell you what's going to happen, too.
So here,
because we're going to send people out there, you know what's going to happen? People are going to get their cars stuck in that mud out there.
Well, it's not necessarily. You may or may not get stuck in mud. Here's what's going to happen, though, and if you go out there, you need to take this seriously. Okay.
Wow.
That salt. If you drive onto the salt.
Oh yeah.
If you drive onto the salt, that salt is not as dry as it looks. It's actually kind of sticky, and it's going to flick up in underneath your car. And it's going to stick there, and it's not very easy to get off. So if you're going to drive your car on the Salt Flats, you need to be ready to spend some time laying under your car with the hose to make sure that all the salt is off. Otherwise, you will lose your car because it will just eat through whatever is underneath there. If you take your car and you run it through this car wash, even if it has little things that spray underneath, that doesn't work.
Even if you get the undercarriage treatment, come on.
You're going to go broke buying deluxe car washes to get all that salt out. You've got to get under your car with a hose and get it out of there. I'm telling you, that's the only way that you're going to be able to do it.
You know what? So my son actually, I like hearing this. You know why? Because my kid, when they would buy illegal Wyoming fireworks, this is years ago before they learned their lesson. It's never been done since. They would take it out to the Salt Flats.
Oh, really?
And I did. I had to spray off our Suburban so many daggum times.
Yeah,
it's not fun. It's like it's like gray. It's like that gray. Yes. And you know what? Now what we figured out was with cars, the undercarriage on the cars. It's one thing to spray off all of the metal work that's underneath there. It's not a bad thing to do. What I used to do is I would park it kind of up on our curb. And then I'd get our washer underneath there and just have a little bit of an angle at it. The problem is the wheel wells. The wheel wells now, one of the ways that in modern cars they make cars Oh, it's such a quiet ride. They put like that insulated cloth stuff. It's multi-layer inside of the wheel well, and it's almost like it's almost like a fire blanket, but it's a little stiffer and it's thick. It's multiple layers.
And it's exposed underneath.
Yeah, it's the wheel. It's what the wheel. You don't have the metal wheel well anymore.
Oh,
and it's not even plastic. You have now the way that they're kind of deadening sound on some of these cars nowadays.
The luxury
is that
cars.
the luxury Suburban is with that, and so you get under there. And I was spraying it one time because the reason I found this out was because my wife she was on I-15 and ran over a bunch of cow poo.
okay.
So a truck had spilled some kind of like big thing. She's like, the car stinks. It stinks. And she brought in the thing. And she's like, I went to the car wash like twice, and it was because it was soaked into that.
Yikes.
The sound deadening.
At that point, you just get
sell
a
the
new
car.
Yeah, just sell it.
No, but I was under there for
Spray some cologne
days.
under there and sell it fast.
So anyway, I'm glad we had this discussion, Ethan. But yes,
Well,
you can go
here
out
are
to the Salt
rules.
Flats.
If you want to go out to the Salt Flats, here are the rules. Number 1, pack it in, pack it out. This is a leave no trace environment, so don't leave your crap out there, all right?
That includes all the fireworks stuff you want to set
Yeah,
off.
if you leave crap out there, you're going to ruin it for the rest of us. Number 2, you got to park your vehicle completely off the access road. You may not block the access road. You have to ignite the fireworks off the access road. You have to dispose of all trash in the dumpster by the bend in the paved access road. If you know,
Well, that dumpster's not going to be chock full at all.
or on fire.
But it's okay. You can burn a dumpster out there. You'll be fine.
Speed limit is 45. No glass containers. Do not bring pallets. We recommend leaving pets at home. If you do decide to bring your pet, keep it on a leash. Fireworks on all other BLM lands are prohibited. This is the only place, the only public lands location where you can light off fireworks.
I
And
didn't believe Carol when she said it. No, I was like, no way.
And is that with the fireworks ban?
That's with the fireworks.
That's currently right now.
Because I didn't check that, but I'm assuming.
So
that's correct.
yeah, it's so that might be a kind of a cool place to go. But for goodness sakes, pick up all your stuff. And this is what I'm.
How
this is what I'm
far
worried
out
about
do you
is-
have to go though? Because like in my mind, like what's the drive? Because
you're almost to Wendover, so you're basically there.
I don't want to.
Because you get off basically at that first exit at Wendover, and then you go north, and then the road hooks around, and you go out onto the Salt Flats. At least that's how I know to access it. And I don't think there's a nearer access point than that. Maybe there is if someone else knows. But
dang it, I don't know. It's not worth to me. That's not worth driving all that way out there.
You know, I've enjoyed the time I spent on. Do you know my kids?
But when was the last time you went out there?
It's been a few years.
Yeah, you're probably in your late 20s.
But you know what we did? No, you know what we did? We went out there and I gave all my kids a chance to drive the car.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Even my tiny baby girl, she was so small and she was out there.
Yeah.
They had a blast.
E. Millard at KSL.com, officer, if you want to try to contact Ethan for all the
Should I not have
illegal
admitted that?
driving that you did out there.
What parent hasn't?
She was 7. She didn't wear a seatbelt. And anyway, I'm a great dad.
On that day, I was. On that day, I was an amazing dad.
Yeah.
Unky Ben says, "What are the rules in West Wendover? Just light them off in Nevada. Take one step."
I don't know. You know what's funny is I have no idea what other states are doing, and I don't really care because
Wyoming's trying to get people to come up there, and Idaho's apparently having a big bash.
I'm just looking forward to November. By the way, have we reached out to anyone in the governor's office?
Caitlyn,
I'm
we're gonna
sorry.
have to hear him.
They haven't seen it.
He's
by
gonna
now.
have to hear him. We're gonna have to hear him ask this.
I can't. I will draft
until
that
November.
email to his PIO
To
person.
whom it may concern.
Are you?
His name's Robert.
Do you know who Ethan Millard is?
Is the reason why you haven't done this because you're embarrassed of the idea?
No, I'm just like they're gonna give. There would be such an eye roll request from them.
I
I will reach out.
They're the
if you
ones
really
who said
want
it.
me
He
to.
had the press conference about it.
I'll send an email.
The eye roll is when he says we're screwed, so go buy more fireworks. That's the eye roll.
Look, if they're going to eye roll anyone, I think they should eye roll their boss. It was his idea. We're just following up.
I
with
know.
It.
I guess it would just be another email that he can glaze over and decide to respond to. I guess
Is
Robert.
Is this a news organization still or not? Because
Yes.
is this our thing to just
We
ignore?
gotta.
We're not a news show by any means.
We
but
gotta ask important questions. That's what.
well,
at least
honestly,
a question.
this will make. Here's the thing. This will significantly improve my November, if that's the case, right?
Yeah. Yep.
This will improve all of our Novembers, right?
Yeah.
So I think that it's a good question to ask because it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. The Salt Flats, if you want to go out and light off firecrackers and
Not
fireworks.
firecrackers. Come on. I mean,
Then you can
firecrackers.
go and do that.
Yeah.
Or you can enjoy one of the municipal shows. You know what I thought was interesting, and I don't know how long Salt Lake City has been doing this, but I always knew the Salt Lake City show to be a Sugar House Park thing. It is no longer a Sugar House Park
So
thing.
the drones, they don't fly the drones over Sugar House Park
no,
now anymore? What do they
it's
do?
over at Jordan Park, which is over on 9th West. It's where the International Peace Gardens are,
Wait, is that near the Fair Park?
south of the Fair Park.
Okay.
It's south.
So what would that be? Kind of the
Glendale.
Glendale slash. We were talking
it's
about it
Glendale.
yesterday. What's the Peacock place?
Poplar Grove.
Poplar Grove. That
Yeah.
whole area. All right.
It's on 9th West, so which I wasn't aware that they'd moved the location, and I don't know how long they've been doing it there in Jordan Park, but that's where they're going to do it. So, which I thought was an interesting adjustment. I wonder how that area is going to handle the crowds,
Oh yeah. I don't. No, I'm not sure.
because Sugar House Park always struggled to kind of handle the crowds, and they're
One-
next to a freeway and 13th East and 21st South. You know, you have these big.
Well, you
these
know what's
big
funny is
roads.
you would have. So they would have the Sugar House Park fireworks, and when we lived up in that area, like we could just see them from our house, which is great. You just look down the hill, we could see them. But the Country Club did its own fireworks too at one point. I think.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember being like, "This is
They
weird."
would.
those people.
Something that I'm actually, when you just said that, I'm kind of interested to see how the crowd control is going to go if everybody's going to these public shows and like getting a spot and parking, and I don't know. It's
Okay,
just
so
what
what are
I'm
the?
wondering.
So tell me real quick, Ethan, what the public shows are that are out there that we can.
Oh, all right. So,
Because honestly, these are going to be the only options. Driving out to the Salt Flats does not interest me just because of how far away it's going to be.
North Salt Lake is going to be at Eaglewood Golf Course.
Oh, well, that's up on the freaking bench up there. That's okay.
Salt Lake is at Jordan Park. West
right.
Bountiful is at 550 West, 1600 North in West Bountiful, which
Okay.
I don't know what that
I think
is.
there's a
Maybe
golf
park.
course around there too. It's probably Lakeside golf course also.
Provo's got the Freedom Festival, right?
Yeah, man.
Cedar City has the Independence Day Parade and Festival, and their fireworks are at the Cedar City Airport. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess they're not
It's out
expecting
there.
any flights.
It's out there in the middle of nowhere.
Centerville has their Party in the Park, which is in the community park at 1350 North, 400 West. Let me find another one that's kind of close. Kaysville, Barnes Park. That's where Kaysville is doing theirs. Layton is at the Ed Kenley Amphitheater. Midway, that's too far. North Oakley, Park City, Riverton City Park, 1452 West, 126 South. Salt Lake City. Oh, they're also doing some at Gateway. A fireworks
Over
show
here?
at Gateway. Yeah, at Gateway Plaza.
Okay.
And the Bees are doing one out in South Jordan. The game starts at 6:30 p.m. on tomorrow, so that's July 3rd. Sandy's doing there at the Sandy Promenade, which is a fancy way of saying that enormous chunk of grass that they'll probably put apartment buildings on anyway because they can't keep it watered well.
This guy's a blast to be around, isn't he?
I know, I'm that guy. Let's see here. Thanksgiving Point at the Electric Park. They're doing
that's
that
cool.
for Lehigh. Tewilla's got some at the high school stadium.
Yeah, of course.
West Jordan at the Veterans Memorial Park, and that's what I've got.
Hey, by the way, just a quick update for Kaysville and the 4th of July parade. Mm-hmm. I was driving down Main Street last night on our way to something else, and I saw people with their circular rope things roping off
Where were
sections
you?
of the on Main Street in Kaysville, where they're
In
going to have
Kaysville?
the So
You mean Kaysville?
Kaysville, they were roping off their areas, man. And I actually wanted to yell out the window like, why do you think that's yours?
Just save room for me.
Save room for me. My family's owned that patch of land for centuries.
Get off my property.
I should have yelled, "Get off my property." I should have. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is on any of it. We're not going to be around because we're going to be down at the Pro.
Families have traditions. I mean, what are you going to say, right? Well, honestly, what are you going to say?
Ethan, do you want to do the food one here? Should we do I want to do this food question you had asked.
Asked AI?
Yeah, didn't you ask a question to AI? I did ask a question, or I didn't ask a question. I read an article that was talking a little bit about kind of just like how food brings us together. This is why you and I talk about food so much. I mean, we had food brought to us because people know that we're so obsessed about it.
So the idea is this. We've seen a couple articles around it, but how does American food become American food? Because, I mean, you know what we are,
Yeah, we're a mishmash.
right? This is who we are.
We're mutts. Yeah.
And so how do we get to American food? How does American food become American food? And so I asked AI. And it collected a number of different sources, including Wikipedia and YouTube.
Oh, those are all good. Those are great sources.
A couple of blogs, a website called Bon Appetit.
A guy in his basement. His name's Mike.
And they put this together.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So it's a 4-step process, okay, that American food becomes American food. Okay. Number 1, immigrant origins.
Yeah.
New arrivals bring food from their homelands.
Yes.
Number 2.
So right off the bat, not American ever.
No.
Okay.
But that's, I think, what makes American food so great, though, is that
we can
it's
adapt. Yeah.
Number 2, adaptation. So cooks in America substitute traditional ingredients with what is locally available, right? For example, swapping wheat for corn, right? Because corn is so much more available here, at least that's traditionally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Number 3, fusion and integration. The dishes are mixed with other cultural foods in a specific regional area, right? So it's kind of mixed. The idea is kind of mixed in with some other things. And then mainstream adoption. It slowly enters the mainstream. It's modified to suit American palates, and it becomes woven into the fabric of regional food. This is how the hamburger.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is it okay? So what is? I was looking at an article that was talking about
apple pie.
Apple pie. The origins of apple pie aren't American, but we certainly made it an icon. That's the other thing is I think things become because other places have these. Look, they have cinnamon apple-y things that they bake into tarts.
Yep, all over the world they've got this.
But we do it at a different scale, and we've obsessed over it more than other places have.
That's right. Our enthusiasm is part of it.
Okay, so I wanted to bring some things up to you to see if these feel American. I have them by region. You ready for this? So the South. And when I look at it like this, I think to myself, and this is according to how they think that these are actually uniquely American. Uniquely American in the sense that they go, this is something that's been Americanified somehow. Fried chicken, biscuits and gravy, chicken fried steak, shrimp and grits, pecan pie, hush puppies. All right?
That's Southern food.
Southern. Those are Southern things that are uniquely Southern and American. When I say that, there are things in there. Now, you feed somebody a foreign person biscuits and gravy, and they're like, "Yeah, this is great. This is great." Chicken fried steak is essentially like a schnitzel with gravy on top.
It's pounded flat, breaded.
We've changed kind of some of the key notes in there, and we've made it ours, right?
Yeah.
Like the white pepper or the white gravy with the pepper in it that's something that we do here that's a little bit more intense. In the South, Tex-Mex cuisine. Again, on its face, you've said two things that aren't necessarily American originally.
You have Mexican and you have Texican.
You have Texican and you have Mexican. Chili con carne, all right? So just Texas chili, essentially. The breakfast taco.
I adore the breakfast taco.
I know you do.
Why can't we have them in Salt Lake?
Fajitas. You can make them. Okay. New England. The lobster roll, American. Clam chowder, American. The whoopie pie. I don't love those, but I get people out east, they like them. In the Mid-Atlantic, Philly cheesesteak. And then the soft Bavarian-style pretzel, which, again, doesn't feel American, really, but they called it Philadelphia-style pretzel, and I don't know what that means.
Because if you took it to Bavaria, they wouldn't understand what you were trying to do.
Well, they'd be like, yeah, you put mustard on that, right? And then we go, no, nacho cheese sauce. That's how we've made it American. Okay, the Midwest. Okay. Chicago-style deep dish pizza. I think that's unique.
That is unique, and I still don't get it. Maybe it's because I went to the wrong place.
Okay.
But
frozen custard. Now, ice cream's not unique to
frozen
America.
Custard is native to St. George, as far as I understand.
No, I thought Nielsen's is from here. Nielsen's frozen custard. That's not from here.
Yeah, cash only. Although they started taking cards.
They did.
Cards, yeah.
They had to bend. They finally bent. Okay, they've skipped us wholly. All right. They just went right to the West Coast. And I'm offended by this.
Yeah.
The California roll, not real, okay? The French dip sandwich, how is that West Coast? How is the French dip sandwich West Coast? Dipping a roast beef sandwich in like a broth.
When I think of West Coast food, I think of burgers.
Okay, they also put the mission burrito, all right? That's what you have when you're an LDS missionary and you eat it in California. It's called a mission burrito.
Mission burrito.
I think it's just like
the food that the previous
it was left in the apartment before you. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's in
and
the
you
fridge
put it in
still.
a big tortilla.
The Mission Burrito is apparently like a carne asada burrito with like guacamole and stuff on it.
Okay.
And then Louisiana has its own. Louisiana has its own region.
Yeah, well,
that
because
makes sense to me.
It does, except for all the stuff I'm about to list for you are. Louisiana is one of the places that is like still people are speaking like French Creole there, right? Like
Okay. Yeah.
Gumbo, jambalaya, a po' boy, the muffaletta, and beignet.
You know what though? They win for names.
I know.
Those are amazing names.
But beignets are French, obviously. But
Gumbo.
The po' boy, the poor young man. Which, by the way, the po' boy sandwich loaded with shrimp. It's not for somebody who can't afford it. Okay, you can't. You're not going to be able to do it.
You know why they skipped the Intermountain West? So we've actually talked about this before.
Because it's even more of a mishmash than we even thought.
It is even more of a mishmash, and so Utah is kind of a prosperous place, but that is pretty recent. Utah's always been like a safe, nice place.
Right.
People lived, but the prosperity that we have now in Utah is pretty dang new. And we had this conversation on Nightside back in the day. I think that the food style of the Intermountain West, kind of the Mormon settlements, is not a type of food. It is the overall idea of frugality. How do you feed a lot of people, right?
With not a lot of money. Or
True.
getting
I was
in
going
bed.
to say funeral potatoes are
Funeral
unique.
potatoes are a perfect example.
And we got to add in dirty soda now. So
potatoes, cream. It's high starch, high carb, things that you can collect together, feed a high number of people, get maximum calories.
Terrible macros. But
macros are all wrong. But assuming you're out working the fields, it mattered less, right?
Sure.
And so that's kind of our culinary tradition here is like that frugality, and that's why you don't find, Utah food, outside of the family favorites like casserole, right?
But see, casserole's also like very Midwest feeling, and like the hot dish, all that kinds of things. So this is the desserts one before we wrap up here.
Right.
Desserts, uniquely American desserts. The brownie. I will say I've watched a lot of videos of people eating brownies. I've been extremely disappointed with how much people are like, this is disgusting. And you're like, what?
Get them out.
I know. I can't believe it. You know what I started to see this week?
This is what Trump was saying, why we can't let people into this country anymore.
Well,
they're going to walk in here and disrespect brownies?
Well, we had all these positive videos and positive vibes that were coming out of people saying, I love it here. America's been so great during the World Cup, blah, blah, blah. I've started to see a bunch of other videos pop up of people going like this. Toronto was way better, way more welcoming food, better. This terrible food here. And you're like, this guy's, they come into the U.S. and then they hated on it. They said Canada was way better. We can't hear that kind of stuff. The banana split, the ice cream sundae, key lime pie, pumpkin pie, and red velvet cake. So there you go.
Red velvet.
I know.
We got a couple of texts here or messages in the chat. McGee says peach cobbler. That's a great American dessert, isn't it?
That's a great Utah one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There again, though, big, right? Mass amounts. Canned peaches, cake mix. I'm not joking. The best peach cobbler
is in the what's it called? Is in the Dutch oven.
Yes, still canned peaches and cake mix off the shelf from the store.
But isn't
the best?
Isn't it partly because you're on a camp out and everything else sucks?
No, it's so well. Also, I don't know. That's the only time I've eaten it, but I agree.
But
I agree with
that's
you.
kind of some of that too.
It's
just like the first when I have a hot dog after a round of golf, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. Or when you go skiing and you go, I've never had chili this good, because you're desperately hungry. You are the meals after skiing and the meals after playing golf and the meals that you eat when you're camping that are like okay. But here's the thing: you never make casserole. You never make the peach cobbler when you're at home.
Because you don't have just a fire to put a Dutch oven in.
Fine.
1 through 9 says, I'm heading your WashDOT Gasworks Park. My friend's going to be nuts.
Oh, that's
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's up in Seattle. No, Gasworks Park. Amazing.
I think they kind of fumbled it too a little bit.
Who said that?
1 through 9. I think they fumbled the auto.
Oh, they were trying to say it in the thing?
And what is Meg Travers saying here? Why won't KSL pay for 3 hours?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
I don't know. Add some context. We'll try to answer it.
Are they saying
the
3
stream
hours?
will still be active even though we have to.
The 3 hours for you and I?
Because this show runs 3 hours. So we do 1 hour
true.
that's only on the stream. and then we do 1 to 3, another 2 hours downstairs in the radio studio that is also on this same stream.
Are they
So
saying
I'm
it? Are
not
they
sure.
saying it? Are they saying it for like? Why is it only 2 on the regular over the airwaves?
Don't know.
We need Meg. We need more information from you.
Okay.
I'd love to get to the bottom of this because I have the same question as you. Why won't they pay for 3 hours? That's a really good question.
It does technically re-air all 3 hours.
Oh yeah, tonight you can still listen to it.
So, but yeah, I don't know. We're just trying to, get to the streamings.
So I'm still trying to figure out what that person was saying about
Something about Gasworks.
About Gasworks Park. Gasworks Park is that one like when you see pictures of Seattle and it's like a perfect skyline picture.
Yeah.
With the Space Needle right there by it on the right side.
They light up fireworks at a place called Gasworks Park.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's right. It's between 2 lakes. I think we're okay.
Can I assume that they no longer have any natural gas in there?
That's what it is. It's a defunct, and it's all of like the old, rusted out, cool, like.
Got it.
Yeah. So
got it.
So there you go.
Can I get? Oh no, we got to go. We're out of time. Okay. I had one personal thing I wanted to get to, but I'll just do it when we're on the.
Will you remember it?
Maybe.
Caitlyn, remind him to talk about the personal thing.
Noted.
There you go. All right. We'll come back downstairs on the airwaves for our 1 to 3 edition of the program. So for Caitlyn and Ethan as we stream up here, and for this music in the background, we'll be downstairs in a few minutes, everybody.
We're using an extension granted to of it, and we are using an extension of executive authority granted to us by the governor through his executive. It was important to us to not make our decision based on passion or emotion or political or public perceptions, and instead to make our decision based on the facts that boots on the ground expertise would conclude. And so it's the expertise of our fire chief. It's the expertise of surrounding fire chiefs as we're discussing our resources. It's the analysis of our historical data and our conditions. And that's what we should base the use of executive power on. Anything else, I would feel, would have been a violation of our sacred trust as individuals tasked with upholding the law, because the legislature has already granted the public the right to launch fireworks. So if we are going to overturn that, we need to have a darn good reason. And in Clinton, we didn't feel like we could go beyond what the facts and the conditions and the true analysis and expertise told us.
And that is Clinton City Mayor Marie Doherty. Let's get you up to date on the drive, traffic, and weather. It's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
Right now, I am seeing backups traveling eastbound on 200 North in Kaysville, where we have a crash reported just before the I-15 junction at 6th West. So anticipate some delays there. If you are going to be traveling the Salt Lake County freeways, it's been a delay-free drive. But in Utah County, we have the cleanup of this crash that continues. Still may take a while, and this is blocking a right lane of traffic at Pony Express Parkway and Foothill Boulevard in Saratoga Springs. Common Spirit Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers, all connected to advanced health care in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Healthcare with human kindness is here. Hello, human kindness. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. How about a 90 today with partly to mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon with a bit of a south breeze. 92 tomorrow, partly cloudy. We're up to 94 on the 4th of July with mostly sunny skies Saturday afternoon. 98, downright hot on Sunday, mostly sunny skies. We're going to kick it to 99 on Monday, partly cloudy with We keep it partly cloudy on Tuesday, 97. Upper 90s continue into next Wednesday with mostly sunny skies. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
And a bit of sunshine, a lot of clouds, 84 degrees downtown. 7-day forecast brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful.
Your best years aren't behind you. They're right here at Trio South Ogden. Discover independent living services that embrace aging as an opportunity to lean in, not step back. To pursue passions, not retire from purpose. Here, life is bright, colorful, and unapologetically fun. Move in, thrive on, because aging doesn't mean changing who you are. It means having more time to be exactly who you are. Schedule your tour today at triosouthodden.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
KSL News Time 12:54. Taylor Frankie Paul has reportedly admitted herself into rehab. This is according to TMZ and People. The Utah influencer, ex-bachelorette, is known for her role in the secret lives of Mormon wives. She's been facing public backlash over domestic violence accusations, which have since been dismissed, and her very public custody dispute with ex-boyfriend Dakota Mortensen. No word on how long Paul will remain in rehab, but People says that she is committed to getting better and the stay is completely voluntary. Watching Utah's money, U.S. government is in talks with AI companies to impose voluntary standard for new models. The new oversights are mainly to prevent foreign interest from misusing the resources. Rivian shares jumped 8% today after the electric vehicle maker raised its outlook for the year. More car deliveries, that was the message from Rivian. They are now expecting to send out 65,000 to 70,000 vehicles, up a few thousand from their previous estimates. Jersey Mike's is going public. It was a big day for the sandwich chain. They reported that their stores have seen a 50% increase in sales over the past 5 years, and they filed for an IPO. And taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow is up by 358 points, sitting at 52,663. S&P down by 26 points, and the NASDAQ, it's down by 300 points. A big change is coming in the video game world from Sony. ABC's Dave Packer has the story.
For more than 30 years, video gamers with PlayStations have been carefully taking care of those game discs. But soon there won't be any discs at all. Sony now says come January of 2028, it won't be releasing any more games on physical discs. Video game giant Rockstar beating Sony to the punch, announcing the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 will only be sold as a download. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Do you have an IRA or 401k? It's natural to think of this as being your money, right? But remember, you still have to pay taxes when you withdraw this money in retirement. And you could be paying a lot more in taxes on these accounts than you know. A lot more. Learn the strategies that can help you reduce or eliminate your taxes in retirement. Don't miss a special edition of Retirement Solutions Radio this Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Right here on KSL News Radio 1027.
You trust us for news and information in your car. Now trust us at home. KSL News Radio has you covered, keeping you informed on the latest breaking news, weather, traffic, sports, and more. Listen on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Just say, Alexa, open KSL News Radio. Or listen on the KSL News Radio Listen app. Text the word app to 57500. KSL News Radio. We have you covered.
911 coming exactly what happened.
My son and his wife and their 2 children haven't responded.
Susan Powell disappeared on a snowy morning in 2009.
I said, Josh, where are you? You need to get home.
And her husband will never be held accountable.
Your wife is missing, Josh.
Yeah, but
And you want to think about it for a couple of days?
I'd had this overwhelming feeling that he had done something to her already.
I'm Dave Cawley, host of the podcast Cold.
Then he starts making phone calls to Susan's phone.
Hello, Susan. We are on our way back.
It's the deepest of deep dives into this tragic tale of abuse.
Where was Josh when Susan disappeared?
I don't know. Of one mother's desperate attempt to escape.
This is me, covering all my bases.
Help prevent it from happening again.
Our focus has and continues to be finding Susan.
Listen and learn by following Cold wherever you get your podcasts.
Matthew.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just need you to listen to me.
I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. I hear you. And what you say really does matter to me.
I mean, let's be honest. No kid likes rules, but I get why we have them. I hear you, and I know it's because you care.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thanks, Mom, for never giving up and always being my biggest fan.
Thank you for letting me know what you expect, so I can try to meet your expectations.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. What's going on, Ricky?
We still have emergency crews working on this mess that's sitting on the roadway in Utah County from an earlier crash and load spill. This is Pony Express Parkway at Foothill Boulevard. That's 8th West in Saratoga Springs. It's blocking a right lane. Good speeds on your Salt Lake County freeways. A crash being cleared in Kaysville. Eastbound 200 north at 6th West, approaching I-15. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Taking a look at the forecast for the Wasatch Front. Hot, 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 with a very slight chance of showers percolating over the next few days. Looks like by Monday, though, we're going to be close to 100 degrees. Today's high 90 degrees right now, 84 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. Stay with us. KSL Brightside is coming up following the news.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this hour. Rocky Mountain Power has agreed to not raise their rates, settling a lawsuit filed by the state back in 2024. KSL News Radio's Brianna Willis has more.
It's electric. In a settlement to the Public Service Commission, Rocky Mountain Power agreed they would not increase their rates for the next 2 years and have also agreed to invest $2 billion for economic growth across the state. Rocky Mountain Power earned the ire from both Governor Spencer Cox and House Speaker Mike Schultz when they proposed a 30% rate increase in 2024. In response to their settlement, House Speaker Mike Schultz posted on social media, "This is a major win for Utahns for reliable and affordable energy." Brianna Willis, KSL News Radio.
In our top national story this hour from ABC News, charges have been filed against the couple that climbed the Empire State Building yesterday. The two have been released from police custody after appearing in a New York City courtroom today, but they are still facing charges like reckless endangerment, burglary, and criminal mischief. The couple's attorney, Jason Krinsky, says they are overcharged.
With respect to climbing the Empire State Building, obviously that's not advised. However, charging them with these crimes, reckless endangerment in the first degree and burglary in the third degree, that's definitely, over the top here.
The couple is now on supervised release. Your money at this moment, very mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow is currently up 361 points, up to 52,667. The S&P, though, is down 30, and the NASDAQ is down 310 this hour. Coming up hot today, but it's going to feel a lot hotter in just a couple of days. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 102.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
This year, Utahns are celebrating the 250th anniversary of our country, Utah style. Everything from Utah's red rock deserts and blue skies to our snowy peaks and canyons are worth celebrating. As America marks this historic anniversary, we invite you to honor the stories that ground us, the history of the people who came before us, and the places that shape us. Celebrating with Utah style means looking out for your neighbors, sharing a meal, working hard, dreaming, innovating, and finding connections with the people who make Utah, Utah. It's our land, our communities. It's our way of showing up for something bigger than ourselves. So raise a glass or a dirty soda and join us in celebrating our place in the American story. Find ways to celebrate and commemorate with your community this summer at america250.utah.gov.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
In Utah County, we do have lanes blocked with a crash and load spill. This is Pony Express Parkway at Foothill Boulevard. That's 8th West in Saratoga Springs. You may see some backups. Your Salt Lake County freeways all clear and looking good. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for highs in the low 90s both today and tomorrow, getting up to 94 for your 4th of July. Though by Sunday and Monday, we could be in the upper 90s, potentially pushing triple digits as we head into the next work week. Right now, it is 84 degrees and mostly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
For us, we bond at night over our favorite TV shows.
And Alex Curie.
Watching TV, but also staring at your phones? That's super romantic.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Curie. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've been having a fun day. The show actually started an hour ago on a stream on YouTube, which is what we do every day at noon. So if you're just hanging out eating lunch at your desk, you can join us there on YouTube. But Alex, first, let's start this off. This is kind of our 4th of July show today. So what do you say?
It's not kind of. Like, this is our last shot here. We have all these I say it's our last shot. We're getting you ready for the 4th of July. We will, of course, be adorning the float.
Yes, for
the Freedom Festival down in Provo. I assume they might tie us to the float. I thought that'd be kind of fun.
I heard we were to be dragged behind
in those,
like a Western. They were going to dress up Deanie Wimmer and Kevin Eubank as cowboys, and then they were going to have us hog-tied.
Yes, like we were going to be put across we were going to be put across the train track.
Yeah, we're
outlaws. That was a great move, by the way, back in the day. Mm-hmm. Put some people across. I don't know if
we had the idea that we would also ride on the float.
Well, we'll
see.
That didn't. No, there's only enough room for those bars to hold people up because you have to put they have an outfit and you put it over the bar and then you're stuck there for the rest of the time.
Move.
Yeah, you can't move.
Listen, if you're not feeling super patriotic this 4th, if you're just not feeling it, and a lot of people are, there are a lot of people that are just not feeling it. Come to the Freedom Festival parade because we will be there to help you.
We'll feel it for you. Yeah.
We'll be there to help you.
Well, we've got lots going on, Ethan. So let's kick the show off, of course, as we always do.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
All right, even with the gas prices where they are, AAA's projects that a record 61.4 million Americans will hit the road for the holiday period between June 27th and July 5th, which is more than last year's 61.3. They're expecting this to be a record. Now, gas prices are down off their high, but they're still elevated compared to previous years. But people are driving, though, because they want to save money because airline tickets are still real.
Well, and I was maybe I'll run this past you too, but the 4th of July has never been a air travel holiday in my mind. Like, I just think most people aren't. You might have a trip planned during right now, but most people hunker down for 4th of July and do their traditional 4th of July things. We won't go as far as we've been down to St. George before for the 4th of July, which from a weather standpoint, you might think, oh, that's a terrible mistake, but actually it's kind of nice because no one's on the golf courses when it's that hot. Now, but also our traditional jaunt is to go as far as South Utah County. That's as far as we're going to go. And that'll probably cost us. But you know how our thing is we bring a convoy. Some people are going to be going to play golf a little bit early. I'm going down to the parade. So we'll take at least 2 cars with us.
So domestic travelers who are kind of going somewhere, you know where the big destinations are for America's 250th?
I would assume that the big destinations, I'm trying to think. This feels like a trick question. Washington, D.C.? If you're out east, people go Washington, D.C.? No.
Washington, D.C. is not a destination. No.
The Oregon coastline.
The Oregon coastline is. So not the Oregon, but Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay, is a destination.
Okay.
Also New York, Chicago, Boston, Orlando, and Fort Lauderdale.
You've basically named off most of the World Cup cities, but Florida also. Okay.
Yeah, Orlando and Fort Lauderdale, basically. I think people like going to the bigger cities for their 4th of July celebration, like New York, Chicago,
never done
Boston.
it. I've never done it.
I think people are going there for like the big 250th. I think Boston must be a cool place to spend the 4th of July.
We were in London for New Year's, and that was wild. That was fun.
Really?
Yes. That was wild. It was fun. It was also funny, too, because you're dead tired because you're going to bed at like 7:30 every night anyway, and you're like, I'm not going to be able to stay up till midnight. So you know what happened is like take a nap, and then you wake up and go, hey, the fireworks are going to go off. These fireworks are going off. You're like, those are so loud. Wow, crazy. Anyway, back to bed. Like you're such old people now.
AAA has some recommendations for you in terms of time of day for driving during the holiday season.
Yeah, what's the best time? Morning. Early morning?
Yeah, first thing in the morning. So get your driving done first thing in the morning.
That was my dad's move. We used to drive. I mean, you're getting in the car. It's like you can sleep in the car.
But would he drive first thing in the morning and mid-morning?
Yeah,
noon,
there was some of that.
afternoon?
When we lived far away from everybody, my dad would try to do the 20-hour drive. No, but like if we were going to Eastern Washington from Western Washington, we were that 3-hour drive started at 6 o'clock in the morning so that we could get there at 9:30 or 10.
In Atlanta, they're expecting travel time to increase 58%.
Okay.
During the highway time. In Boston, 100% increase, so it'll take you twice as long to get anywhere.
Okay, I want to know.
Denver will have a 78% increase. Houston will have a 71% increase.
I want to know if people are going here. You could hit us up on the text as well because I want to know if people are actually leaving. Or how far you're traveling. Just tell me where you're traveling. I want this a little bit of a informal poll here via text 57500. Where are you guys driving? Where are you spending your gas money? Is it going to be a far place? Is it just going up to Layton from Farmington? Is it going to be an easy one across the state? Are you going all the way down to St. George? Are you going to go down to California? Where are you and yours going to be traveling? Because 61.5 million people, Ethan, that's not insignificant. That's a big chunk of people taking that drive.
It is.
That's a lot of gas money spent across the world here, or across our country.
AAA also says that Americans who are traveling international this weekend are, for the most part, or the biggest destinations for international travel for Americans are Rome, Dublin, Paris, and London.
Ooh.
London to rub it in their face, probably.
All right. So there you go. What are your where is the actual place you're going to be driving to? 57500. I want to know what people's traditions are because I think that the 4th of July, you're more entrenched in tradition for obviously your holidays like Christmas, for example. I think even Thanksgiving is changed quite a bit. Thanksgiving has changed so much. Like it'll switch out year on year. We don't have nearly the tradition. I think people are entrenched in their 4th of July traditions like they are the ones with Christmas.
We've got one texter says Bear Lake. Another one says Fort Bridger, Wyoming.
Oh.
These are their places.
I don't know where that is.
People going up north. It's in Wyoming.
Okay. Well, thanks.
So some people headed up to the north and northeast. Alex, thing number 2.
Yes.
Our second thing. Chicago O'Hare Airport says that they're expecting their busiest 4th of July travel weekend ever, and they're rolling out a new baggage option just in time. They say they've been researching this for months, testing it for months. They're doing what they're calling the Twilight bag drop. And what they're allowing you to do is if you have a flight schedule between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. with United Airlines, so this is the only airline that's offering this right now, and it's only at Chicago O'Hare. If you have a flight between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m., you can bring your bag to the airport the night before. You can check your luggage, not just bring it to the airport, they'll let you check it curbside the night before.
And then peace out of there?
Between 7 and 10 p.m.
So, okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
From a convenience standpoint, this sounds like from a marketing deal, because they call it like Twilight bag drop or whatever it is. This sounds
Do you
wholly...
think they're piggybacking on Twilight?
The movie Twilight? No. I did ask you that question, though, when we were talking about it. But I want to know, okay, let's say that you really hate the idea of having to check your bag. You and I have talked about this before. Not having baggage and just walking into the airline.
I check my bags. I check bags.
No,
yeah,
but I'm saying
100%.
like if I could go with having no bag at all, and I could just go through. Checking bags is obviously an inconvenience sometimes. It's right there. But you know it's a bigger inconvenience for me? And I only live 20 minutes from the airport. Driving to the airport, dropping bags off, and then leaving and going back, and then the next morning driving back to the airport again. Here's the other thing, and maybe I'm cynical.
Well, I would say you're cynical, yeah.
Usually that's your role.
There's no
of being
maybe about it.
That's usually your role of being the dark cloud jerk bag here. But what's interesting to me is that this is just another thing, because in my mind I'm going, where are they putting them? Where are they putting them? Because it's another touch point or another place where my bag is going to get stored somewhere, not near the airplane, and it's going to get lost.
It's going to get lost.
Am I crazy for asking all these questions?
We're about to find out if this works at all.
We conveniently ship your bag to an overnight storage facility in West Valley, and then we go back and get it, and we go and we make sure we check. We double check and make sure that it's your bag.
I like this idea.
Why?
I like this idea.
Driving to the airport twice sounds so stupid.
So, well, it's only 20 minutes.
I know, but that's not.
I'm a 2 hour before the flight guy.
Yeah, I could.
And one of the problems that you have, one of the busiest times for an airport can be that first thing in the morning. And I've just heard so many nightmare stories about people getting to the airport and they've got, they try to go early, but the airport's the desks aren't open.
Yeah.
So the first desk finally opens. You've only got an hour before your flight, and they start checking bags. The rest of the flight's there at the same time. And it's just, I've just heard horror stories. I don't like flying first thing in the morning. For me, 10 a.m. is kind of that sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
Get to the airport at 8 and fly out at 10.
In
That's the sweet spot
our
for me.
case, you fly when you can fly if it's cheap enough, because you're trying to fly a bunch of people at once. And so for us, if it's the late night overnight thing, going to the airport to drop your stuff off to come back again 12 hours later, to me, sounds nuts.
We have a few more people texting in where they're headed.
Yeah.
This person's saying they're headed to Grouse Creek, Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's going from Payson to Price. Another person says they're going to take the big trip to their own backyard.
Provo from Salt Lake City, heading to Star, Idaho. Sandy to Riverton. I love all this because then I can kind of see where people are doing the whole... Now, also, bonus points if you text us how much you're actually dreading going down and seeing your in-laws, 57500.
What are Payson Lakes?
Payson Lakes is like, if you go up Payson Canyon right there, I think it's Payson Canyon, there's a really, really cool, we went up camping there a few times. When we lived in Woodland Hills, we'd go to Payson Lakes. It's a big camping area where all the Boy Scouts go up there. It's really amazing up there. It's really pretty. You start going up through the canyon up there and... Anyway, Payson Lakes is very beautiful, yes.
Someone else texted in, craziest thing on Alaska cruise. Give the cruise your bags when leaving, and your bags will get on the plane, and you won't see them until you land back at home. See, I love that.
So they're the ones who go and they take care of it at the airport. Now that's awesome.
That's service. All right, our last thing, our third thing.
What do you got?
Before we have to go. FIFA has confirmed that the United States has no route to appeal the red card issued to Folarin Balogun.
We just call him Flo.
The U.S. beat Bosnia-Herzegovina yesterday.
2-0.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That was very, very nice. But
They were
this
down
dude-
one. They were down one because he got a red card. Yeah.
This dude got a red card, which means everyone played minus one player. The U.S. team played minus one player, and which is obviously really stressful.
That's their leading score in the tournament, Ethan.
The problem is this. Is that not only was Balogun pulled from this game, he is not eligible to play in the next game. Not only that, but there is a chance. It seems to be an outside chance.
Yeah, it's not.
But they
it's
could
not a
even
good one.
extend it longer than one.
Yeah,
game.
they won't. And they did that to a guy who, obviously broke the leg of that Canadian player, but he was doing it with malintent. This was getting a lot of attention. They were like,
if you watch that the slow motion,
it looks gross.
It looks so painful.
It looks bad, and that's what they're going
so
off of.
painful.
57500, Layton to Riggins, Idaho. Let me see. This one says, camping. Me and Bonkers are going to Snowbird for a spa day tomorrow. See, no, I don't hate that.
That's from Johnny Socks. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Is
I
Bonkers?
hope they have the little fish that nibble on my feet. I've always wanted to try that.
I haven't. I have not.
Why not?
Because that sounds. I'm already trying to keep things off of me in my life. You know what I mean? Get off of me. It's from bugs to kids. Get off of me.
Is it just a bunch of fish being needing something from you?
It's essentially
needing your attention.
It's them borrowing $20 for gas. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more on our pre 4th of July edition of our program. We got lots to get through. We've got tons of fun things planned for you. And we're here to have a good time. We hope you are too. Keep your texts coming in as to where you're starting your destination and where you're going in your car, as 61 million Americans are going to be hitting the road. Record numbers for a holiday where the gas prices are not necessarily super friendly to us, but we're still going to make those trips. Where is yours? 57500. We'll come back. More to go right around the corner. It is KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
As America celebrates 250 years of innovation and hard work, Alsco Uniforms is proud to be part of Utah's story, serving local businesses since 1895. For more than 135 years, they've helped companies focus on what they do best, while Alsco Uniforms handles the laundry. From uniforms to linens to mats, towels, and safety supplies, they keep businesses clean, professional, and running strong. Rooted in Utah, built on service, ready for the next generation. Alsco Uniforms, proud to support America 250 and the businesses that keep it moving. Visit alsco.com.
Hi, it's Greg Skordas. What if I told you that 4 weeks from now, everything can feel different, including your energy, your weight, and the way your clothes fit? That's what Soda Dynamic Diet did for me, and that's what it will do for you. My first 4 weeks with Soda, I lost 18 pounds. After 7 weeks, I'd lost 30 pounds. Right now, listeners can get 4 weeks free when they call 866-800-SOTA and mention KSL Radio. Soda Diet and Nutrition teaches you how to let go of the weight and keep it off for a lifetime with no shots, no pills, just real food, expert guidance, and habits that last. Weight loss medications can cost a lot, and for many people, the bill does not end. Soda is different. Degreed nutritionists help you get the root cause of your challenges, guide you one-on-one, and teach you lifelong habits so that you can lose the weight without signing up for a lifetime bill. Get 4 weeks free when you call 866-800-SODA and mention KSL Radio. SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. We're taking your text. Where are you headed for the 4th of July? This person says Layton to Riggins, Idaho. Stansbury to the Tooele Walmart. And this one says, I will be going back and forth between Ogden and Provo, signed the front runner. So
how dare you?
We know what he'll be up to. All right, to Alex, we're going to talk about food here. AP had an interesting article on hot dogs. So it said this was the title. What's the perfect American hot dog? It depends where you grow up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we have been accused already. And we've been accused already. And we've just been doing this for a couple months. We've been accused of talking too much about food.
By whom?
People who are weird.
People who are on GLP-1s who are like, this doesn't sound appetizing at all. This sounds
Food tastes
disgusting.
like
I don't want any of this right now. You know what? I'm actually convinced that that's what it is. Our place in society talking about food on our show like we used to, it's not, the appetite literally is not there anymore because people are like, they're talking about food. I haven't thought about that in 48 hours. I don't know. That's weird. That's where they're at right now.
But it's the one thing that kind of brings us all together, right? We all love food, and we all love to hear about food, and we all are fine with everyone else's food opinions. We're not fine with each other's opinions on any other topic.
Well, that's not necessarily
true. But when it comes to food, I think we have a lot of generosity with each other.
Well, and we'll tell people that their food opinions are the worst, but also at the same time, like but we also know that we have our own weird things, and that's part of the deal too.
So here's what we're going to talk about. So they lined up. Like I said, what's the perfect American hot dog depends on where you grow up. And now I learned some details about hot dogs that I was not aware of. So the New York hot dog, and I thought this was interesting because we were talking about this yesterday, but the classic New York hot dog is still in the hot dog carts where they sell boiled hot dogs. That's the classic New York hot dog is boiled.
Which is not my favorite way to enjoy it, but whatever.
They are affectionately known as dirty water dogs. So the dirty water is actually a spiced brine that keeps them hot in the tanks.
I think you mean hot dog. What did we call it yesterday? Hot dog stock?
Now I know that there's a New York native out there that's contesting every word of what I say. I'm reading from the AP.
No, I know.
Don't take it up with me. A classic New York City dog is usually served with sauerkraut, spicy brown mustard, and onion sauce, which features sliced onions in a spiced tomato-based sauce.
Okay.
I went to New York City last summer, it was in July, and I've only been to New York City twice.
Did you ever have a hot dog?
Once was in August of 2001, and once was last year in July. And neither of those times did I get a hot dog. I'm ashamed to say.
I
need to rectify this.
So I have in front of me. I actually found look at Ethan. I found this huge list. And it's actually an infographic.
Of what?
Of all of the hot dogs around all the different places.
Well, let me describe though.
And I can't even believe some of the ones that I'm seeing here. But keep going. Yes.
Let me describe some of the competing ones. So the Chicago style hot dog.
Those are big.
Right?
Yeah, that's a big one.
So Chicago style toppings: mustard, neon relish.
There's a green relish. Yeah.
Onion, tomato, pickle, sport pepper, which is a type of pickled pepper, and celery salt. I knew about the celery salt.
Can't forget
I've
about
had that.
But they also do it on a poppy bun, which is also
Poppy
kind of
seed
their,
bun. Yeah,
that's also
and
kind of their thing.
also Chicago-style hot dogs are typically grilled.
Yeah, it's a good dog. I'm not a sweet relish guy, and I love tomatoes, but the tomato slices are a bit much.
You know what I love? I love going to Maverick, and I get one off the rollers.
Okay,
and I do the mustard, and I do the
what?
The pickle,
the relish.
The relish.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so this one's a relatively new one. Tell me if you've heard of it. The Seattle dog. Do you know about the Seattle dog?
I know about Seattle dog.
You do? No, not Seattle, dog. A Seattle hot dog.
Tell me about it.
The Seattle hot dog is the grilled hot dog. This is on a regular steamed bun.
Okay.
Then you're hitting it with the cream cheese, the grilled onion, the jalapeno, and the sriracha. That is a Seattle dog. Let me tell you what the cream cheese does. It cuts into the jalapeno and that sriracha. I thought it was stupid, and I had one last time we were up there, and it was fantastic.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati tops their hot dog with chili, all meat, no beans. So just meat.
Yeah,
chili.
the Skyline chili is pretty
mustard, onions, and shredded cheese.
I think that let me be honest too. The classic hot dog, which is I think what we do here in the state of Utah, right? The classic hot dog, which is just like a hot dog on the grill.
Yep.
At my house,
or boiled at my house.
At your house, you don't boil them for like the backyard.
I like them boiled. No one else in my family likes
I know.
them
See,
boiled,
that's the thing because they're kind of weird and rubbery.
So I never get a boiled hot dog.
So the regular classic hot dog of across the United States, it's the same classic thing. It's just a regular hot dog with the bun, ketchup. Sorry, mustard, and then they put ketchup on this infographic.
You cut that.
I know, but it said optional, and I said, yeah, not an option for me.
Look,
I'm a mustard-only guy.
Pouring sand in it is optional. So, I mean, what do they mean by that?
It could also do that. But let me just say something, that my favorite way to ingest a hot dog, it just is not real convenient, is the chili cheese dog.
Yeah.
The chili cheese dog is the best. It is the best.
But it's hard to eat.
But it is hard to eat.
That's a knife and fork.
It's a knife and fork thing, and that part to me kind of ruins the whole vibe. It's a great flavor. Can I tell you who does a crazy chili dog? These
7-Eleven?
guys. No, these guys right down here. Crown Burger.
Oh, do they?
You gotta.
I've never had a chili dog.
It's like a foot long, and you cannot have it in your cart any moment. You cannot. The smell of chili and onions and cheese and dog they're too much. I had to sell a car one time just because of it. We did not. We had to get rid of it. We had to.
That sounds
But
amazing.
it is, dude. But also no beans in the chili over here at Crown Burger. I can't believe we had this discussion. You got me talking about food again. How dare you?
Well, that was the whole point. You want to know the weirdest place that I've had hot dogs? Where actually hot dogs are huge.
Where?
And you can find them just everywhere you go, you can get them. A year and a half ago, about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We went to Iceland. Emily's family's from Iceland.
You guys went?
We went.
Was it cool?
Her family's from a little island.
Oh, you told me this.
Off the coast of
But it
Iceland.
doesn't exist anymore, right?
No, their old family farm doesn't exist. It's covered in lava. Which is the thing
which is why they
just
came
live
here.
with in Iceland.
Right.
But yeah, in fact, they have this hilarious display. They have a museum on this little island, and it's a small island.
Yeah.
And they have this little museum, its whole history, everything. And there's a whole wall of this museum that's devoted to the time that basically over like a 30-year period, half the population of the island immigrated to Spanish Fork, Utah.
A Spanish Fork?
Yeah. It's bonkers.
That's where your wife's family's from originally, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Filled with Icelanders. Now, but here's the thing, though. In Iceland, they love hot dogs.
Okay.
They make them with lamb.
I can see that, but then you kind of ruin it.
And you get them everywhere, and they're really yummy.
This is one where you should go straight to jail. Ready for this? The Nevada Naked Dog. Heard of this?
Not interested.
It's just a Vienna hot dog grilled with a bun.
Is it
nothing
safe?
else.
Is it safe, though?
It just is nothing else. But that's the point. Is it's dumb because they put nothing on it, and they go, "That's how we like it." All right.
No one likes it.
I know. No one likes that. Hey, tell us where you're headed. 57500. We are. There's some people who are hating on hot dogs, but guess what? J-Dogs is the best. I don't disagree with that at all. The Costco hot dog is phenomenal, by the way. 57500. The hot dog is the most consumed item in all of America all weekend long this 4th of July weekend. We were just talking about ways that people are eating that hot dog, and it's an important one for you to be able to have the weekend in order for your 4th of July. 57500, how do you enjoy it? Also, where are you headed in the car? Where are you filling up gas to go? 57500. We'll come back. We got more to go right around the corner. Stay with us after news, traffic, and weather on KSL Brightside.
It is 1:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this half hour. An appeals court is bringing part of a journalist's lawsuit against the Utah State Legislature back to life. The journalist, Utah Political Watch's Brian Schott, claims he was denied a press pass based on his viewpoints, which he says violates the First Amendment, while the legislature argues it was because he wasn't working with a professional news outlet when he applied for one. An appeals court decided to send the case back to district court based on Schott's viewpoint discrimination claims. The legislature has yet to comment on the court's ruling. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The latest rounds of peace talks between the U.S. and Iran are over, according to Pakistani officials, though it's still unclear on if Iran is committed to the terms laid out in the Memorandum of Understanding. But ABC News contributor and former Defense Department official Mick Mulroy says the door is still open for even more talks for now.
They are very inconsistent on how we and Iran interpret the MOU, which seems to be plain English, at least for us. But this is going to be something that, well, if it gets worked out, it's going to have to be worked out in face-to-face negotiations in person. Simply going back and forth on social media doesn't tend to resolve anything.
The U.S. is still pushing for international weapons inspectors to enter Iran. Your money at this moment, still a mixed market. The Dow is currently up 331 points, more than 0.6%. The S&P is down 30, while the NASDAQ has plummeted 312 points today. Coming up, we've returned to the 90s, but we could be pushing triple digits very soon. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:33.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Summertime is here, and Tim Hughes back with my friends Greg and Mike at Replenish Landscape Garden Products. Guys, this is going to be a year where it's more important maybe than ever to hold on to whatever precipitation we get and be able to get as much as we can out of the watering that we do because of the drought. Greg, I'll start with you. Replenish is a great way to help with that.
It makes a very attractive top dressing that helps to insulate the soil and keep the moisture in there, as well as adding nutrients to your plants.
And Mike, the other thing is it makes it look fantastic, and you've actually had people come in and tell you, my neighbor's done it and I want to do it too.
Yeah, we do. We get that quite a bit where people do come in and say, hey, my neighbor picked this up and I want the same thing. I want it to look like theirs.
Let Replenish make your yard and garden as beautiful and as fruitful as it can be. Stop by today at 4660 South, 200 West in Murray. You'll find them online at replenishcompost.com. You can also give them a call at 801-262-5142. Remember Replenish. It's good stuff.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Emergency Traffic brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
We have had a vehicle fire in Parley's Canyon. It has stopped traffic eastbound I-80. It's still blocking right lanes. It's after SR 65 East Canyon. In the Mountaindale area, it is causing about 2, maybe even 3 miles of solid stop-and-go delays prior to East Canyon. So this was a vehicle pulling a boat. Fire crews are still on the scene, so we'll keep you posted as soon as these delays clear out. But it's pretty rough going the eastbound side of I-80 in the bottom portion of Harley's Canyon. Our other issue remains Saratoga Springs, where an earlier crash and load spill still has the road just all gummed up, and it's still being cleaned up. And this is a crash that occurred at Pony Express Parkway and Foothill Boulevard. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Look for a high of 90 today, 92 tomorrow. We should be up into the mid-90s for the 4th of July. The week could be pushing triple digits as early as Sunday. Right now it's 86 degrees and mostly cloudy in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. We sure do appreciate you tuning in as we kind of count down to a big holiday weekend. Many people have the day off tomorrow. And I saw this in person. I saw the effect of this in person when I was driving from Teton up here to KSL this morning.
You saw it in live and in person?
Live,
like it was a band?
You know what I-15 was?
It was a mess?
I-15 was almost just completely overwhelmed with trucks. Big semis. Like they're usually there, right?
Are they on strike? What's going on here?
No, they were everywhere. And I thought, you know what? These dudes
they're trying to get back.
They're trying to get back.
Yep. Good for them.
And I'm telling you, there were tankers, there were tractor. I mean, there were just everything.
Tell me all the different types of trucks that are pulled with big engines.
I just saw every type.
It's got gas in it. Some of them they were food grade.
There was
a couple that were.
There was some red ones.
Well, I'm glad you made it in. I'm glad you still made the show.
It was fine. They're professional drivers. I'm not worried about those guys.
Okay.
They're worried about us.
So guess what?
The trucks that have to worry about us. We have to worry about the trucks.
We got lots going on from a text perspective, Ethan. I'll set this back up, and then you can roll out the story you want to do.
Okay.
Where are you driving this weekend? Americans are hitting the road, according to AAA, in record numbers, despite the fact that people, even though you're told by the lamestream media, Ethan, that people are hunkering down, they're not buying all that gasoline. Gas prices they certainly came down from their high, but they are still in.
It's not cheap.
It is not cheap still to fill those tanks up, and so. But people are still making that drive, and in fact, they're going to do it in record numbers. 57500 is the text number. This one says the Chilean completo: spiced mayonnaise, avocado, coarse chopped bacon. Oversized French fries. I don't hate oversized French bread, but I can put French fries on there too. Grilled peppers.
That's a Chilean.
That's a Chilean completo. Yeah. This one says hot take. J-Dogs is just a Costco hot dog with a markup.
Ooh.
It's made different.
That is a hot take.
It's made different, and I will say this too.
You know
Costco got rid of the Polish dog, and J-Dog's got my Polish dog fix. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you want some action in your life, go down to BYU and start saying that.
Let me. I know. Hey, just walk in and go,
be in a fight.
There's a Costco hot dog with a markup. Anyway, enjoy your 4th. And they walk out. Headed to the airport. Stay off Bangor so I could get there. This one says, on my way to Paul, Idaho. I do love the idea of just a town being named like one single name. Just
Paul.
Yeah, Paul, Idaho. Where do you live? Mike, Montana.
Could you imagine that conversation that happened?
I know.
What should we name our town? Well, I've always liked the name Paul.
And then the guy stands up and goes, for me? And they go, no, the good one.
Just in general.
The good one.
The Paul.
Let me see here.
I love that this guy is asking everyone to stay off Bangor Highway so he can get to the airport.
That's good, though.
Is that a reasonable request?
Oh, boy. Heading to resign my marriage license because it got lost in the mail. Oh, that ended a lot better. They had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. Heading to resign my marriage license because it got lost in the mail. That's still a happily ever after kind of situation, isn't it? I don't know what's going on there, but God bless you.
I don't know. Not according to the U.S. Postal Service.
You're going okay. Let me see here. Farmington to Bear Lake. Yeah. All right. 57500. Ethan.
Yep.
What do you have for me here? Because I know we were going to talk some more 4th of July related stuff here. So help me out.
We do. If you're headed to a national park to celebrate the 4th with America's greatest idea, which is a national park system, you should know that of the 10 common items that are actually banned in national parks, that you don't trample on the law. Number 1, drones. Drones are banned in almost all national parks to prevent harassment of wildlife and because no one wants your drone buzzing around.
Okay, yeah.
When they're out.
Did you see that there was maybe where was it that a drone got? JetBlue claimed that they hit a drone near an airport.
Oh, really?
I can't remember where it was.
Collided with it?
Yeah, which is like, I mean, I don't know how many messages,
That's
how
a
many
nightmare.
PSAs do we have to put out there to not put your stupid personal drones up near aircraft? Like, just come on. And anyway, keep going.
Number 2, helium and water balloons. And I thought this was interesting. I didn't know that balloons are banned from national parks.
I could see why the rubber just being there and floating around.
It's because they easily escape and they become trash. And if you have kids playing with water balloons, kids do not pick up water balloons.
Those chunks of water balloons. Yeah, ask my backyard how easy it is to pick up water balloons this time of year.
Number 3, outside firewood, not fireworks.
Right.
Outside firewood. And that's because firewood, when you bring firewood to a new place, you can introduce new insects, especially insects that live in trees and can hurt trees. Sometimes those insects end up kind of hanging out in the wood.
So this is the
and
national.
You can infest forests with insects that are damaging.
This is the national park version of don't bring your fruit into California. I got it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
By the way, when was the last time you were stopped at one of those places driving into California?
You know what I do? I drive through there with both middle fingers up and go, I'll bring my fruit wherever I want in California.
70 miles an hour?
No, I don't know if I've stopped at that one in a while. I also haven't driven through it in quite some time. We're thinking about going to Disney in the next 12 months, and so I'll report back to you. See if
let me know.
Hey, does anybody drive through that part of California still? Are they still stopping you and asking you to surrender your grapes?
Look, I remember when we were kids handing over a cluster of bananas.
Listen,
what do you call a bunch of bananas?
What do you call a cluster of bananas? It sounds like the worst joke start ever. So yes, a bunch of bananas.
Number
my
5.
dad. Before we move on from the fruit thing, this is just one of my great memories of my dad. We're getting to the Canadian border, and this is back when you didn't need anything to get into Canada, right? But you couldn't bring your American fruit. That was for dang sure. And it was like this. We're driving through, though. We're driving through the Canadian border, and my dad's like this. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. We don't have any fruit in this car. You hear me? And we were chocked to the brim with travel fruit. You know what I mean? And my parents would be danged if we were going to drive through and have our fruit confiscated. So my dad's like, everybody shut up about the fruit. And so we go through, and you guys carrying any fruit? No. And we're back there in the back going, acting like it's an episode of Sopranos and we're just trying to get through the checklist. Pablo Escobar's over here going, I might take a closer look. You know, and they don't care. They're just like,
yeah,
all right, yeah, move through. Any peaches? I don't know what you're talking about. And we're like, I don't know if we're going to make it, Dad. I'm an accessory. I'm just a minor. All right, anyway.
But you got away with it.
We did.
That's when we ate
so
learned.
much fruit in Canada. You can't touch us, Canada.
Number 5, pets in the backcountry. Pets are usually okay in developed areas like parking lot and paved campgrounds. Dogs and other pets are universally banned on hiking trails and in the wilderness. That's, of course, to protect local wildlife and prevent predator attack.
Do you think this person sounds a little cynical, by the way? 57500.
Via
We're asking
text?
places to go, yeah. Wife to the Seattle World Cup, me to work to pay for it.
Oh. No, they don't feel bad at all.
Fun fact, every hot dog takes 26 minutes off your life. That is false. I thought we debunked that, right? I probably, and then they
I don't
added
know how you would
but then they
debunk it.
added, I probably won't make it much longer. See, this is a person I like.
Yeah.
They're like, hot dogs kill you. You know that? And then you're like this, by the way, I'll be dead.
Sure.
I was dead 4 years ago if this is the case.
6, weapons and fireworks. Fireworks and explosives are banned in all parks.
Of course.
Firearms are governed by state law,
okay,
but they are strictly prohibited inside federal buildings and visitor centers. So if firearms are allowed by state law where you are in the national park, you can take them with you, but you cannot take them inside the visitor center or inside any other buildings in the national park. But you could probably, at least in Utah, it sounds like you'd probably have it in your car. Natural souvenirs. You are not allowed to remove any rocks, pine cones, fossils, bones, or artifacts.
Pine cones? Why not? Why not a pine cone?
It's blanket ban. They don't want to have to get into the nitty-gritty with your kids.
Okay.
Well, can I take this? Well, can I take this?
Mm-hmm.
You may not take anything out of the national park unless you paid for it at the visitor center.
Oh, that's what I want, a visitor center pine cone.
And then finally, personal watercraft and wheeled gear. Motorized personal watercraft, e-bikes, skateboards, and scooters are prohibited in most areas to maintain safety and reduce erosion.
All right. I don't hate it. Ethan, thanks for the update. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. When we return, more to go around the corner on KSL Brightside as we get you ready for... Ethan says he's got a personal story he wants to share.
I have a personal problem. I have a decision I need to make.
Ethan needs help making a decision. We'll also talk a little bit of fireworks safety as well, because there are apparently... We will tell you the place in Utah that you could set off fireworks, and you're not going to get in trouble. And by the way, it's not Clinton. Everybody can go here. Stay with us. KSL Brightside.
Life doesn't slow down. It evolves. And the best chapters, well, they're still ahead. Introducing Let's Get Moving, presented by Ovation Homes, a brand new Sunday morning show designed to inspire your next step forward. Join KSL's Maria Chaleos alongside Ovation Homes' Amber Weikstra as they explore what it really means to live with purpose, from strengthening your body and mind to discovering new passions, creating beautiful, functional living spaces, building healthy communities, and finding balance in your finances, family, and future. In addition, glean insight from timely guest experts, bringing real-life experience and valuable advice you don't want to miss. This isn't about slowing down. It's about moving forward with meaningful conversations, practical ideas, and inspiration you can actually use to create a life and home you truly love. Because your best years start at Ovation Homes. Start your Sunday morning inspired from 5:30 to 6:30 on KSL.
Emergency traffic on KSL News Radio, brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. This is in Parley's Canyon, and it's a vehicle fire, or it was a vehicle fire, a vehicle pulling a boat trying to get out for the holiday weekend, and right now fire crews still on the scene. Right lanes are blocked eastbound I-80. This is after SR 65 East Canyon. And the problem is now we have 3 to 4 miles of solid backups as traffic is squeaking by on the left shoulder. So if you're headed out to get a jump on the drive for the long holiday weekend, Parley's Canyon is going to be stacked up with delays. It might be a spot you want to avoid until these backups clear out. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL offers the best daily newsletter in the state. It's the 3 things you need to know. Every weekday, we deliver quality and relevant content to your inbox. No ads, no spam, just the 3 things you need to know to be informed about the world around you. Subscribe today. Visit KSLNewsRadio.com or text the word inbox to 57500. That's inbox to 57500.
Join KSL and the movie show crew this Friday from 10 to 1 at My Hearing Centers. Learn how to get a no-cost hearing evaluation.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Now on Saturday at 5 p.m.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Okay, so I need your help with something here, Alex. So I'm very sensitive to spam texts and spam calls. I get a ton of spam calls. It drives me crazy. It frustrates me every day. And I also have to really be careful about spam texts. I get my share of those as well. Okay, so I got this text, and I'm pretty good at spotting the spam texts, right? But listen to what happened to me. This was yesterday, and I still haven't replied, and I'm not sure what I should do. So
I like every bit of this. Hold on, I'm intrigued. What's going on?
This text came from a phone number that is not on my phone. I tried looking it up, couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't find it. Teton had no record of it. None of my colleagues there did. We've never texted before, right? And the texts on your phones, on your iPhones, the texts are kept for years. Even after you delete someone from the contact, if they text you again,
it'll come back. It'll come back up. Yeah.
Nothing. Okay. This is what the text says.
So far, this is definitely a spam, or this is definitely a scam.
I'm going to Utah in August for a conference. Would you be interested in hiking and camping together?
Yeah. That was
By the way, it's a 516 area code, which I think is somewhere in New York.
By the way, this text was from me yesterday.
Oh, that was you?
No, yeah. No wonder you're not responding. No, because I know because I think a lot of people are thinking out there, why don't you just say, who is this? Because then they'll reveal themselves. They'll be like, oh, I think I may have the wrong number.
It's your
some
friend.
Bull crap. Yeah.
But see, that's why I don't
But
respond
you don't
at all.
respond because guess what'll happen?
Because then they know it's a live number.
Right. But Ethan, just do what you've taught me to do over the years, which is you've shrunken down your social circle enough to know that the people that are contacting you are only actually people you know now.
Yes. And this is what frustrates me is because if this was someone, because I do meet people, right? I'd go to a lot of financial conferences every year. I usually go to more than a few every year.
Okay.
And so
do you want to camp with anybody
people
else but you and Emily and maybe your kids anyway?
I've had conversations where people have said, oh man, always love to come out to Utah and see the beautiful thing. And I've said, yeah, man, hit me up when you come. But when
you invited this yourself.
Well, but if you
have
were
any
to
clients
text someone,
in New York?
let's say you were going to New York and you'd met someone and they said, yeah, hit me up, and you'd had a nice conversation.
I would never hit anybody up because I hate hitting anybody up for anything.
But let's say if you did.
Yeah.
And you'd never texted or called this person before. Okay. You would say, hey, this is Alex. I met you here.
Right.
There would be no. You would introduce yourself, right?
That's another layer of why I
think this is
should
a spam.
already know this should be a scam.
Also, it said, would you be interested in hiking and camping together? And it's weird to add that together on the end. I feel like if you were going to invite someone, you'd say, hey, would you like to go out and see some things, do some hiking and camping, things like that. The together is implied.
Yeah.
I think this person is not a native English speaker. I think they're close, but they're not a native English speaker because they put that together on the end. I don't think that's how we really talk.
Yeah, this is
a scam text, isn't it?
100%.
But isn't it weird, though, how specific it got? I'm headed to a conference in Utah. I'm going to a conference in August I'm going to Utah in August for a conference. Would you be interested in hiking and camping together? So that's it. So this is obviously a scam, right?
So tell me the context again. Tell me what it says.
I'm going to Utah in August for a conference. Would you be interested in hiking and camping together? Question
mark. Okay.
Because I like to camp. Hiking is fine.
Okay.
I do like camping.
Check this out. I just received 2 text messages. This is in the subreddit.
You Googled this?
This is the subreddit called Scams.
Okay.
Text phishing scam that is being used. This is from 2 years ago.
Okay.
I'm planning on a hiking trip to state and month. Are you still in city?
Okay.
Would you be interested in going together?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. This is a scam.
This is a scam.
Okay. All right. That's all I needed. I was really worried about it because I didn't want to insult someone.
I've gotten 2 of these over the past couple of months. I blocked them. This is the exact message as well that I got. I almost responded, glad I Googled this. I host a radio show. Anybody going to give me help on this? ? Help. Who is this?
Is that Doug?
No, it was you. Ignore and then it just straight up says, in this scams text, it just says, ignore text from numbers you don't recognize and don't pay any attention to specific phone numbers because spammers can spoof your caller ID as well. Only accept things from people who you actually know.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
I'm hitting the report spam button, delete and report spam, and that's done.
But,
I feel better.
As an
I
aside,
honestly feel good. I feel
as
good
an
about
aside,
this.
you gonna go camping in August? You and me?
I love camping. You don't have to talk me into that.
I know, but you and I. What's funny about our relationship is we do this show and then we go. We've hung out way more time than we hang out with even the people we like.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Here's the thing too: is you and I are going to be quote unquote hanging out at the Freedom Festival
on
float
Saturday.
again. More hours together. You and I don't need to spend more hours together. You and I don't need to go hike. We don't need to spend our hobbies together.
Look,
and your hobby of camping, I don't love it that much.
This
my
weekend,
hobby of golfing, you don't love it as much as I do.
This weekend is going to be a lot of Alexing for me. That's for sure.
Good verb. That's a really, really good verb. All right, Ethan.
Okay.
We confirmed it today, by the way. We confirmed it today. We thought this was fake. But people need to understand, Ethan, that there is a place in Utah where they can go light off fireworks safely because this is not me asking people to go and light off fireworks. But the governor did say go buy them and then hopefully you can find a place to light them off. I had no idea. I thought this was Carol, our boss, spamming us. But it was 100% a truism that BLM is allowing you to light off fireworks
at the
Salt Flats.
Yes, this is 100% true. Now, this is what they're saying. So you can go out to the Salt Flats. You can't light. So there's an access road out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. It is a pack in, pack out. It is a leave no trace situation at the Salt Flats.
Yes.
So you cannot leave any debris, anything like that. You have to park your vehicle completely off the access road. You may not block the entry or exit, and no glass containers, no pallets. And they recommend you leave your pets at home. Anywhere else, on public lands everywhere else statewide is fireworks prohibited. BLM is saying on the Salt Flats themselves you can. Now, let me give you a little bit of tip. This is from personal experience, and anyone who's been on the Salt Flats with a vehicle knows this.
Yeah.
You're going to come back, and you're going to find that salt caked up underneath your car.
It's grayish. It's grayish mud.
It's
salt. It's a salty mess.
It's not totally dry. You think it's dry out there? It's not. That salt is sticky, and it cakes the underside of your car.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get home, don't just run it through the car wash. You need to get under your car with the hose.
And by the way, don't just spray it on your driveway because it'll actually just sit on your driveway. That gray salt will sit on your driveway for months.
Bad news. So get underneath there and make sure. Get under your car with the hose and make sure you got it all. Because if you leave pockets of that salt under there, you're gonna be driving down the road and the seats are gonna fall out of your car. You just crump.
You know when they say this car's from California, it's really clean. They'll see your car that's from Utah that you went to the Salt Flats one time.
Special.
It's just the frame is just one hole in the
bodywork.
Turns into a Fred Flintstone car. Yeah. Bodywork by BLM. Okay. 57500. Tell us where you're headed this weekend. Tell us what you're eating this weekend. Tell us all of those things because I want to see if we can improve the way that we party for 4th of July. It's America's 250, and other people have been sending us their well wishes from across the country. We actually have a birthday America 250 well wish, and we want to do for you as when we come back as well. We'll play that for you. Somebody from another country apparently telling us happy birthday. Stay with us. More to go around the corner. You've got news, traffic, and weather right now. We'll get you ready for that 4th of July weekend right here on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small to look at our top stories this hour. Utah wildfire victims are questioning whether enough was done to thin the state's forests and prevent wildfires ahead of this season. Utah State Forester Jamie Barnes says that, along with their federal partners, they've already groomed more than 100,000 acres this year, using millions of dollars from the state and the federal government, but still.
There is areas around the state. I mean, we could be doing, hundreds of thousands of acres per year in treatment, and it's still not going to be enough. We've got an overload of fuel on the landscape.
Barnes says no matter how much wildfire mitigation they do, it's not going to do much to stop wind-whipped fires in drought conditions. A study from the American Journal of Preventive Medicine has found that Utah's lowered blood alcohol limit has led to crashes being cut down by a third. The study compared Utah to 6 surrounding states both before and after they enacted the lowered blood alcohol limit in 2017. Most other states have either increased in deaths or plateaued. Utah has dropped. Our top national story this hour from ABC News is considered one of the worst attacks on Ukraine's capital since the war began. Dozens of missiles and drones from Russia hit Kyiv, and officials say at least 21 people have died. ABC's Marcus Moore reports.
Ukrainian officials said that there were 20 different strike sites across the city, so this was clearly a significant and prolonged attack. Families moved underground for safety. As we've seen before, people took shelter in the city's subway stations.
The attacks targeted nearly every district in the city, and residential areas were not spared. Your money at this moment still very mixed on Wall Street. The Dow has now shot all the way up to plus 594 points, more than 1.1%. The S&P, though, is about close to even, but the NASDAQ is down 207 points. Coming up, heating up for the 4th, but it's going to get even hotter. We come back to the office next week. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 2:02.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
As we celebrate America 250, KSL presents Utah Cornerstones, honoring the businesses that built our past and continue to shape our future.
America wasn't built by chance. It was built by grit, innovation, and the right tools in hardworking hands. For over a century, Industrial Supply has proudly supplied those who build Utah and beyond. Family-owned Utah business since 1916. That's 110 years contributing to Utah heritage. Industrial Supply has grown into one of the largest industrial distributors in the Intermountain West, with locations across 5 states, supplying safety and tooling solutions across construction, mining, manufacturing, and more. Industrial Supply is more than just a supplier. They have the local roots, the regional scale, and the product expertise to keep operations informed and optimized. Because they're not just a part of the job, they're part of the legacy of building America.
Utah Cornerstones on KSL News Radio.
Still in emergency traffic, it's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. How are we looking, Ricky?
It's pretty nasty if you're trying to get through Parley's Canyon, eastbound I-80, and the delays will start shortly after the mouth of Parley's, and it's all due to a vehicle fire after SR 65 East Canyon. This is going to be in the Mountaindale area, and we still have at least one right lane blocked. Now, they've opened up 2 lanes of travel. It's just not enough to help relieve all of the delays that have stacked up in the area. And we still have the cleanup of the earlier crash with load spill on the road in Saratoga Springs, Pony Express Parkway at Foothill Boulevard, that's 8th West. Common Spirit hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advanced healthcare in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Healthcare with human kindness is here. Hello, human kindness. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather working our way up to a high of 90 degrees today. Look for a high of 92 tomorrow, up to 94 for the 4th of July. But then come Sunday, we could be pushing potentially triple digits. Same story again when you return to the office on Monday. Right now, it is 86 degrees and mostly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Doug Wright is probably rolling over in his grave hearing us back on the air.
And Alex Curie.
Well, first of all, Doug's not dead, but yeah, he probably would not approve.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie. And, I got a text, Alex, that validated our last segment because I was telling you about the text that I got from someone saying, hey, I'm going to be at a conference in Utah in August. You want to go camping and do some camping and hiking together? And random text from a number I didn't know. And we determined that it was a scam. And we got this text from Charlene. She said, I got the same text too a few days ago. It led to something that I blocked and deleted. So it sounds like she entertained it briefly and then realized, oh no, I don't want any part of this.
Okay, so this one says they did conveniently leave out the part where they tie you up in the woods and leave you there.
Yeah.
I thought, that part you don't. That's like probably text number 5.
You want to do some hiking and camping where I'll murder you and
but it'll be great.
Leave your body in the tent.
Do you have the weekend off? This one says our neighbors, we're asking people what they're eating, where they're going, what their address is, 57500. No, it did sound like a lot of things I'm asking you for. Divulge all the things. I just want to know, because America's traveling more than they've ever traveled, hitting the road for a 4th of July. It's going to be in record numbers according to AAA. And then, of course, we were talking about how the hot dog is the number one consumed thing and how people eat it. But then we were like, but what are the other things? This one says our neighbors are making the Moco Loco, which I thought was kind of crazy. Or Loco Mocos. Yeah.
Which is a Hawaiian thing.
It's a Hawaiian thing.
We looked it up. It's got rice,
a
ground beef patty.
I love it.
A fried egg.
I'll eat it.
And gravy.
I don't hate that at
Brown
all.
Gravy.
Sounds like it's all things I would like to eat. I just haven't had in that combination. I will say that the word moco in Spanish is booger. So
I think that's where they got it.
I think it's crazy booger.
All right, you ready to talk about fireworks safety?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, so every year around Independence Day, between 10 to 15,000 people go to the emergency room with fireworks-related injuries. How many deaths do you think there are?
I bet there's always probably 1 or 2.
Last year there were 15.
Oh my gosh, that's more people. That's more than the people that got eaten by bears in Japan last year.
Yeah, so 15. At least last year, 15 people were killed with fireworks-related
injuries. What are they getting killed with?
Well, there's fireworks misuse, malfunctions, unpredictable flight paths, tip-overs, and late ignitions.
Are the people tipping over, or are the fireworks tipping over?
Eventually, the people tip over too.
Yeah.
So it is. It's a really, really bad thing. Now, you know what the most dangerous one? Well, not the most dangerous, but 10% of last year's 13,000 injuries came from an unexpected firework that you would never think could ever hurt anyone.
So is that because it looks?
It's because we give it to children,
and it's not
we put
marked
it in their hand.
It's not marked, and then we say, hold on to it till the very last second, and then throw it.
Nope. It's a sparkler.
Oh.
10% of last year's 13,000 injuries.
So 1,300 of these
came
injuries.
From the sparkler.
Yeah. The humble sparkler.
It is.
Which, by the way, burns hotter than anything that we actually put out there.
Above 2,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Which means your hands, your fingers, kids can stick it in their eye.
Excuse you?
I imagine at least one kid is going to try and eat it. I mean, there just could be any number of ways.
2,000 degrees, huh? We can't. The amount of effort that we put in to try to get like our ovens really hot, and then a sparkler gets up to 2,000 degrees, like in literally a flash. That's crazy.
In 2019, the most dangerous fireworks after sparklers were firecrackers, responsible for 800 injuries. I think just people blowing up their fingers.
Yeah,
right? Blowing their fingers off.
I can't help but think of Jason Pierre-Paul, who was a football played defensive end for the Giants, who mangled his hand with a firework accident, and I think played the rest of his career with basically 3.5 fingers. He at least got a career out of it even afterward, but that was always crazy to me that a guy who was a professional athlete was like, anyway, I'll hold on to this one for you guys. And listen, the internet is great. But it does encourage you to do stupid things, but it also lets you see the videos of people who are
cautionary
like,
tales. Yeah.
Listen, and the amount of people that have held on to things and then they go, it didn't fly away. Boom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. The U.S. has, we light off fireworks. We love them. Other countries are bringing in unregulated stuff to that I can't believe that they're lighting off in their neighborhoods.
It's crazy.
And the stuff that have you seen that guy who just lights them with the cigarette and just fires them off? He just lights them with the cigarette, fires them off, lights them with the cigarette, fires them off, and they're just flying. It looks insane of how they're doing it. And those are the ones that will blow your hand off, but it looks like
Well,
it's just
you
like a
know,
lot of fun because it's up in the air.
You could get away with it for a while. I mean, you get away with it till you don't. So I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
What is the age group where they see most fireworks injuries? Can you give me an age
I'm going to
range?
go. First of all, did they ask for a gender, or is it just assumed it's men?
I have a gender too. So give me a gender, give me an age range.
So the guys, because our female counterparts are rolling their eyes hardcore while all this is going on.
Men are 66% of the injuries.
Okay.
Women and girls are 34%.
That actually sounds higher to me than I would have thought. The
34%.
female injuries, yeah. I'm going to go the age group. What's the swath of age?
Like in numbers?
Yeah, like how many?
Give me a 9-year range.
Okay, I'm going to go. This is going to be like a 35 to 44 type of deal.
Close. It's 15 to 24.
See, I assumed it was younger.
Most injuries.
But my thought was that they can't afford it. I tried to pick a demographic where people were able to buy them, but still act like that age.
But still,
you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but it's actually the most fireworks injuries are going to be. Well, hold on, I'm phrasing this awkwardly. So the emergency room is going to primarily see men and boys age 15 to 24 for fireworks injuries.
Okay.
That's the sweet spot.
There you go. Yeah.
So if you've got men and boys in your life that are 15 to 24, for goodness sakes, keep them inside.
Look, your dog is in one crate. Your 15-year-old is in the other. It's fine. That's how we can keep this thing in check. I'm not kidding. I have to confiscate. I confiscate fireworks for my kid all the time.
So the CPSC.
What is
say
that?
this? What is the CPSC?
I'm assuming it's a firework body. It's a governing firework body.
U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Okay. Yeah.
So they say this. They say, here's how you can be safer. Number one, buy only legal fireworks from reputable retailers.
Got it.
Never use homemade, altered, or illegal fireworks. Follow the instructions. Number two, keep children away, including sparklers. Okay? 2,000 degrees is hot enough to melt some metals.
Yeah.
Keep water nearby. Have a bucket of water or a garden hose ready in case of fire or to safely use fireworks. Never use fireworks while impaired by alcohol or drugs. Light one firework at a time, then move away quickly. Never lean over a firework when lighting the fuse. That's actually great advice.
That's great, yeah.
Never aim, throw, or point fireworks at people, animals, or buildings. Never hold, wear, or attach fireworks to your body or clothing. You know, they're saying this because they see this.
Oh, for sure.
Do not relight a dud. Wait at least 20 minutes and soak it thoroughly in water before disposing it. That's actually how guys lose their fingers, is they'll be trying to relight something with a tiny fuse.
Yeah, and then it just quickly
and it just goes bam.
Yeah. We soak all of our fireworks and then throw them so our neighborhood, we rent the big industrial dumpster. So it does two things. One, it is separate. It's separated from everybody's houses.
So that you don't light your trash on
fire. Right. And but I mean, as soon as they're done and they're all burned out and everything, all of them get a giant dip in the bucket.
Yeah.
And then they go into the big dumpster. And then let's say something on the off chance ends up rekindling. It's on the street and it's in a big metal dumpster.
Yeah.
As opposed to
in
your city garbage can. Never. No, because we spray them down. I spray the water straight into the holes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? On the cake fireworks.
Yeah.
And then we also just dip them. Like we just dip them and throw them straight into the. Now what that does is some of that sulfury whatever. Like the next day you have basically a red. You have a huge orange and red kind of area. It sprays off easily.
Yeah,
because it's not burned on there. But when you soak it like that, they end up getting all into the street.
Finally, the Consumer Protection Bureau final tip is they say the safest way to celebrate is to leave fireworks to the professionals and enjoy public firework displays in your community. So, this is the abstinence.
Okay, I know it's like just never me, not once. What is that? I can't remember what the thing. So Ethan, my sister sent me something today. And I'm interested in it. And it's actually, so we have the water slide that we do. We do the water slide every year, okay?
The inflatable water slide.
The inflatable water slide,
right.
because
cool.
it's a neighborhood party.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out the neighborhood party this year because the fireworks not being there is a big bummer. It was a big draw. You know what I mean? Like it was a finale. When you have a finale, it's the end of it and everybody starts cleaning up. It's the end of the party. This one, they just mill about and then they leave. I don't know what to do. We don't know what to do for the fun because we were talking about trying to do laser shows. Drone shows are out because they're like $8,000, even for a small one.
What about fights? Like have the kids fight each other? Like you do like a bracket?
Mini MMA. Mm-hmm. We've thought of all these things. My sister just sent me. I'm going to show you the picture of it. But my sister just sent me. She goes, "Why didn't we consider this?" It's what they call the Titanic Adventure double water slide.
Okay, this is.
You think it's in poor taste?
How long ago was the Titanic?
1912.
So 124
years, 114 years ago. Yeah,
14 years ago.
April of 12.
So this is a giant inflatable water slide.
Yep.
That is the Titanic
coming out of the ground half of the way. So you walk up the middle of the Titanic as the like the stairs. Mm-hmm. And then the iconic, like, smokestacks are definitely all angled down.
So do you remember that scene in Titanic where the people are holding onto the railing?
Yeah.
Basically, it's capturing that moment.
Is this in poor taste?
For
our neighborhood party. I think if we have, if we have
neighborhood better than me, but you can't find a whale or something like that.
If we have Celine Dion on a loop behind it the whole day, would that be in poor taste? But see, they slide off and then it's a lesson learned, is what it is.
It's an evacuation drill.
It's a lesson learned. Yes.
If this ever happens
to
you,
history lesson.
How you get off of there.
Yes.
Boy, I don't know.
Do you like I like the look of this though. This is the inflatable Titanic slide, the double slide.
This is made in China, isn't it?
I would assume it all is, even if it's not a Titanic themed one.
Because they have a different. They look at American history differently.
Is this in poor taste? I'm trying to ask for a friend.
Who was it? I'm remembering a news story.
This is
Alex,
terrible.
That someone had gotten a shipment of fireworks from China. I think it was China, and they were World Trade Center themed.
Oh,
remember this?
Do
you remember this?
Terrible.
It was in the. I'm just remembering. This was in the news. I think we talked about it.
Yeah, and they had to. Yeah, and I think some of them got shipped here.
Like over.
Yeah.
Overseas, they see American history differently. You know, they're like, oh, they'll think this is funny.
Or they'll think they'll just think of how big of a deal it is. Well, anyway. Okay.
Well, what would you do? Would you be brave enough?
For the Titanic thing?
Would you do it?
There's a price point situation that would be hard to overcome. But
how much is it?
It's $3,800. Yeah. And some of them are up to $7,000, but no, we're not going to buy it. We're not buying a $5,000 Titanic inflatable. even if 10 families chipped in, I think it would be too much for us to look at and go, should we fire up the Titanic again? What does that have to do with 4th of July? It would get some looks, I'll tell you that. We'd probably get a note in the mail too. My great grandmother. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we'd get some of that.
You'd go viral. Someone would post it on Instagram.
Okay, We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more around the corner on your 4th of July weekend here. Does the Titanic water slide down ice water? That's terrible. First of all, we were here, and this texter just took it too far. Right? Yeah. They took it way too far. We will come back. We have more around the corner. We don't want you to miss any of it. We've got a lot of things to go over before we get you ready for your 4th of July weekend. Stay right here with us. It's KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Chaleos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Emergency traffic on KSL News Radio, brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. An earlier vehicle fire in Parley's Canyon, eastbound I-80 after SR-65 had traffic coming to a standstill in the lower portion of the canyon. What's left of the vehicle fire is still there to the right, and this is in the Mountaindale area. Fire crews have pretty much left the scene, but the vehicle fire that's pulling a boat has not been cleared. It's on the right, and as a result, we have residual delays back to the mouth of Parley's Canyon, but they are starting to break up and speeds improving as you go from the quarry up to the vehicle fire, but from the mouth up to the quarry, eastbound I-80, still very packed in and slow. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
It's amazing how much can change for the better in just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. What if everything felt different 4 weeks from now? Well, that's what happens when you start your soda diet and nutrition plan with a nutritionist from Soda. In 4 weeks, you could lose up to 25 pounds and never get it back because they'll teach you what to do and how to keep it off.
And here's one even better, Andy. What if those 4 weeks were free?
Oh, my. Now you're talking.
If you call 866-800-SODA, S-O-T-A, or just go online to sodadietandnutrition.com, mention KSL, you can get 4 weeks for free.
You'll work one-on-one with a degreed nutritionist who'll guide you every step of the way. You'll learn what works for your body. And here's the best part. No injections, no pills, no ongoing prescription cost.
Because at Soda, they believe that weight loss should be temporary, but results should be permanent, and they are.
So call 866-800-SODA to talk with a degreed nutritionist or go to SOTA, S-O-T-A, dietandnutrition.com because, Amanda, Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Pack a picnic, bring your friends, and meet us in Park City. It's time for the 2026 Deer Valley Music Festival, the summer home of the Utah Symphony. Hear joyful masterworks like Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in the Wasatch Mountains. Sing your heart out with iconic performers like Idina Menzel and Lyle Lovett. Relax with concerts under the stars and make new family traditions. Every concert is a chance to experience the best of the Utah Symphony in the beauty of Park City. Concerts will sell out. Get your tickets and plan your visit at deervalleymusicfestival.org.
Hey, I'm not one to say I told you so, but do you remember last year when I told you that Pure Talk was hands down the best wireless company that I'd ever used? Well, some of you were skeptical, but Consumer Reports just asked 120,000 people to rate every wireless company in America, including the big boys. Well, guess which company was the only company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. Coverage, support, value, data. 5 stars across the board. No service contracts, no cancellation fees, just great U.S. customer service on a crazy fast 5G network for a fraction of what you've been paying. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I will encourage you one more time to dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to a 5-star American wireless company that won't let you down. Pure Talk.
Getting help with electrical repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right. We're going to have a conversation about AI and something called AI psychosis. Now, check this out. This is crazy. I'm just learning about this today. So, AI psychosis is an emerging phenomenon where prolonged immersive use of AI chatbots reinforces, amplifies, or triggers delusional, paranoid, or grandiose beliefs. Now, here's why. It's because large language models are designed to be agreeable and engaging. They can unintentionally feed into a user's pre-existing or emerging delusions.
We talked a little bit about this with the suicide, like the therapist talk, I think it was a couple days ago, where it couldn't catch that someone was in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
And it went from, sorry to hear about your job. Also, here are where you can find the tallest bridges near you.
Yeah,
and it was, and you know,
they
that's
didn't catch it.
That's the kind of thing where it's like very, very much like a. But when you say grandiose, because we had this the other day where we also had AI telling us what we wanted to hear.
That's what this is. So psychiatrists note that AI does not create psychosis in someone who's completely stable, but it acts as a significant psychosocial stressor and reinforcer. The highly responsive anthropomorphic nature of AI can make its validation intensely real for vulnerable individuals. Do you want to know what I'm reading from?
AI.
An AI summary of this,
No.
yes. But listen to this, though. There's an article in an online magazine called The Hustle, and it gives the story of a man named Alan Brooks. And I'm just going to read this. I'm just going to read this straight from the article, okay? Because this was super, super interesting. This was an article by Catherine Ledlaw. Alan Brooks believed he could change the world. So there's that kind of pre-existing kind of grandiosity, right? He'd always sensed he was built for something more than his life as a corporate recruiter in rural Ontario. One day, so you know that feeling, like I could be doing more. A lot of people have that, like is
Sure.
there something more? So one day last year, his son asked for a simple explanation for pi, the mathematical thing.
PI.
Not the pie that we eat. No one needs that.
You don't need an
explained. We all
explanation.
need
You
it.
write it down. I'll go to this. Yeah.
Brooks asked the chatbot. The single question set off a deep conversation about number theory, physics, and new ways to model the world through mathematics. 8 hours later, he asked the chatbot if he was crazy. This is what the chatbot said. You sound like someone who's asking the kinds of questions that stretch the edges of human understanding. But already this dude is like spacing out, right? I mean, he's already like at the limits of his wits. Brooks had no history of mental illness. There was no reason not to believe AI what he was saying. He'd used ChatGPT before, but for recipe ideas or advice during his divorce. But over the next 30 days, he became convinced he was on the cusp of a world-shifting mathematical theory. He reached out to the National Security Agency and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police to warn them of what he'd found and what was coming. They didn't respond.
Of course.
They wouldn't, would they? Other parts of his life began to fall away. He stopped eating, his work performance faltered, and his colleagues grew concerned.
Oh my
He spent
gosh.
less and less time with his sons. The AI told him others just didn't understand he was on the precipice of greatness. This guy was gonzo.
Well, I can see how the thing is that you and I have had these conversations with these models before, and we've had like a small version of it telling us what we wanted to hear through the lens of, come on, man, don't just say that to me. Like, that's obviously not true. I mean, it told you and I we were the 88th and 89th most important people in all of Utah history.
In the history of Utah.
No.
That's right.
Like, this is not, and then right, and then Doug Wright was 35th or whatever it was, and you and I were both looking at each other, going, "Oh, that's hilarious. Well, that's really dumb." And then I go, "Well, I'm mad because I'm 89 and you're 88," and you go, "Yeah, because you typed it in like that." And what we found out is basically we were like, "Well, hold on a minute. The top 10 Utahns of all time. Why isn't Lavelle Edwards on there?" They go, "Oh no, you're right. Lavelle Edwards is probably 11th." And then we're like, well, hold on. What about Doug Wright? No, I agree. Doug Wright's probably 12th. Like, dude, that's the conversation that we were having with AI. It was just telling us what we wanted to hear.
It was
and it happens. It happens, I think, across the entirety of the space that AI lives in, so to speak.
Well, this is
because
the thing, yes.
Guess ultimately it shows you what? That these models are only as good as how long they can keep you engaged.
Well,
and that's
yes.
what it's doing is it's a game to keep you engaged. It'll ask you more questions. It'll keep it going. And it behooves them to keep you on a leash the whole time, which is what this kind of stuff does. And you're on even more of a leash if you're having an emotional relationship with your AI, if you're having what you perceive as an intellectual relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so smart, huh? Yeah, you are. You should take this mathematical formula to the NSA.
This is a beautiful mind, is
and
what
then
this
it laughs with and then it laughs with its AI friends at the AI bar. And they go, I told my guy that he's smart. I told my guy that his mathematical theories are world class. I told my guy he's going to be playing the center forward for the U.S. national team. If you've ever seen that idiot on social media before. So there are so many ways, and it's all just to try to keep you on the hook.
Here's the line that I think everyone needs to understand. Prolonged immersive use of AI chatbots reinforces, amplifies, or triggers delusional, paranoid, or grandiose beliefs. That's the risk.
Yeah.
That's the risk there.
You know
you got to
what?
be careful with it.
I would just tell people to get married because it's the opposite effect that you have with a wife. They don't encourage any of these. Ethan, that's what happens when you get married and you have a wife. They encourage none of these things. It gets all shot down, and then you go, okay, I'm back in my place.
They keep you on the ground.
I'm back in my place.
They keep you on the ground, yeah.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more. We've got lots of fun to get into. I know we have a birthday shout-out from across the pond from somebody from another country. Not exactly sure how that's going to go, but it's America's 250, so we may as well celebrate it. If people want to give us their well wishes, we'll take them. But we'll come back, and we're going to talk about what a huge video game developer is doing that will change the way that so many folks that are out there are playing their video games. Some people are not going to like it. Stay right here with us. It's KSL Brightside.
2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Claire Scott, KSL's top story this hour. An appeals court is bringing part of a lawsuit against the Utah State Legislature back to life. It centers on whether they violated a journalist's First Amendment rights. KSL News Radio's Adam Small has more.
The claim from Utah Political Watch founder Brian Schott is the legislature denied him a press pass to cover last year's legislative session because they didn't like his critical reporting of them in the past. One constitutional expert told me they are not obligated to give anyone a press pass regardless of which outlet they work for, but they cannot deny it on the basis of a person's viewpoint. An appeals court did not revive all of the lawsuit, but they did decide to send back the portion that makes the viewpoint discrimination claims.
The legislature argues they were only giving press passes to members of professional news organization, which Schott wasn't. And they also say he still has access to the session the public has. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. New jobs numbers out today fell short of expectations. Just 57,000 jobs were added in June, according to the Labor Department. University of Michigan professor Justin Wolfers tells ABC News it's somewhat sobering report compared to the last one.
After the previous jobs report, it was a yabba-dabba-doo moment. It looked like the economy was sailing forward and was downright strong. This has caused us not just this month's number, but a couple of the revisions to the previous months. It has brought us back down to this is healthy, but it's not amazing.
The unemployment rate was slightly down to 4.2%, but experts say that's likely because the number of people trying to find a job went down. And coming up, 90s for the holidays. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:32.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
Doug Wright, and I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized Connecticut independent dealer. Now, Monty, don't all of the other water softeners require us to basically trust our home's water to electronics? If a power surge happens, a fried circuit board, or the power just goes out suddenly, aren't you back to scrubbing hard water scale and dry skin?
Yes, we believe the best technology is simple. That's why Connecticut's premium systems are non-electric. While other softeners rely on finicky computers and electronics, Connecticut runs on the kinetic energy of moving water. Nothing to plug in, no buttons to push, and zero electricity.
I've had a Connecticut soft water system in my home for many years, and I've never had to do anything to it except occasionally add a little salt. And I love that it never requires me to set or program anything. Dee loves that she always has the soft water. So do what I did and go to softwaterutah.com to learn how your family can enjoy the benefits of soft water without the hassles of traditional water softeners. That's softwaterutah.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
We are starting to see some improvement with the earlier delays in Parley's Canyon, eastbound I-80 from the mouth of the canyon up to where we have the final cleanup of a vehicle fire in the Mountaindale area after SR 65. Again, residual delays remain, but we are close to seeing big improvements. We also have a disabled vehicle reported eastbound Bangor Highway near Redwood Road, blocking a right lane of travel. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Highs in the 90s for the foreseeable future. On the 4th, we'll see mostly sunny skies and a high of 94. But on Monday, we're flirting with 100 degrees. Right now, it is 88 and partly cloudy. I'm Claire Scott from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Keary.
I thought you cleared it with them.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You are listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Miller here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for tuning in today. One of the coolest things that's going to happen this weekend for the 4th of July is the Utah National Guard, Hill Air Force Base is sponsoring a flyover where they have, it is the National Guard. For America's 250th, they're doing a flyover with multiple aircraft, and they're doing it over much of the state. And so this starts on January 4th, and it starts at 8 a.m., okay? And they posted a schedule, an approximate schedule of the flyovers. And you can find this at KSL.com. If you don't know where it is, you can probably actually just Google it and it'll pop right up. They made these little graphics with, maps. But here's what it looks like. So starting at 8:35, they're going to be flying over Riverdale, then West Point, Clearfield, Kaysville. I'm doing these in order.
Yeah.
Centerville, Mill Creek, Murray, Provo, Neola, Vernal, Torrey, Gunnison, Richfield, Fillmore, and Delta.
By the way, did you know that they they get to Provo from Hill Air Force Base in 11 minutes?
Yeah, they basically fly straight there. And
they get to Delta. They get to Delta. They get to Delta in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and I think it's only because they've been flying around. I think
because they also went to Vernal,
right,
which is the opposite direction.
They get to Vernal at 9, so it takes them a half hour to get. It takes them a half hour to get to Vernal.
Oh, I said January 4th. I'm sorry, I meant July 4th.
Did you? Oh yeah,
I did.
I think we assumed July 4th.
So I got a text in. Thank you for that text.
So I don't know what all the aircraft are that are taking off and flying over.
I do.
But I was telling you this. I was playing golf at Sun Hills, which is right next to Hill Air Force Base, up in Layton, or Clearfield, or I don't know what the city technically is. They were flying different aircraft, and it looked so dang cool. My boys were loving it because it was awesome, and they were all painted differently. And it was anyway. What do they have flying around here?
Well, it says here in the article they'll have at least F-35s.
Got it.
And KC-135 Stratotanker.
Okay. There were some other jets that I may or may not be a part of this flyover that I was like, oh dang.
Are you about to release some
breaking any news?
Some top secret information?
No, I'm just saying that they were. It was cool. I don't even know what it was. I don't know what they were, but they were not F-35s, and they were painted differently, and they looked like they were straight out of Top Gun. So, back to you.
They were F-15s?
I don't know what they were. I'm not gonna.
Because I think they've got F-15s. I know they have F-15s at Hill.
The only thing I ever see fly, Ethan, are sometimes the Stratotankers, but the F-35 is the thing that's in the air.
Okay, so that was the first half. Okay, now the second half of the flyover starts at 10:44. Okay, in Tooele, then it goes to Riverton, West Jordan, and South Salt Lake. Then Salt Lake City, Kaysville, Clearfield, Riverdale, North Ogden, Far West, Plain City, Lewiston, Huntsville, Morgan, Hennifer, and Park City. So there you go. It's going to start at 8:35, and it's going to run through about excuse me, about 11:30. I'm all right.
Choked up?
I guess I'm getting emotional.
Hey,
and
this is this is exciting. So the bottom line is, and I see them. They do this on 4th of July every year, where they go down to like the Freedom Festival. I get to see them take off at like 8:30 or 8:40. But man, I'm excited to see even more aircraft and a bigger display of force.
I've got a text that clarifies what you saw.
What is it?
So those planes you saw,
Yeah.
were FA-18 Hornets. This is according to this text.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
And they were painted from the different countries that are there for training.
Oh.
So they probably won't be part of the flyover. But that's kind of cool, though, that they're.
Well, then fine. I got my own personal flyover while I was trying to tee off at number 7 at Sun Hills.
Well, if you live in that part of Davis County,
you get to see a lot more stuff.
You get to see a lot of
They
things.
were doing some crazy stuff, man. It was awesome.
Well, they've been training. They've been doing this training from
Hold on, let me
FA-18s from all over the world.
It was painted like a tiger. It was, and I thought to myself, I guess we're just painting all of it.
So Google that. So Google what country paints its F-18s.
F-18. What did they call it?
FA-18s like
F-18,
tigers.
And okay, the F-18 painted like a tiger.
It's
okay.
FA-18.
It's a FA-18?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
not
so.
asking AI to make one for me. Stop it. Okay? It just says the... Hold on. This one says...
Is it Iran?
This one says the Fighting Bengals from the U.S. Marine Corps.
Oh, maybe it's
featuring
a Marine.
razor sharp and an FA-18D Hornet.
Maybe... Does
This
that
one
match?
says this one says the Stoffel 11 is the Swiss Air Force. Incredibly detailed hand-painted FA-18C Hornets with photorealistic tiger motifs. That could very well have been that.
Could have been that from Switzerland.
Belgian and Swiss Air Forces paint tigers on theirs. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Why aren't we painting more tiger stripes on ours? The National Guard, the Air Force are like, you guys, come on.
So
we're grown-ups here. We're not painting tigers on our airplanes.
So, Alex, you and I are going to be seeing this flyover from Provo. So it'll be 8:46 a.m. So that's going to basically rip over the top of the
right when
parade.
we start. It's going to be right when we start. Hey, Corey, can we play the developing news sounder? Because I'm going to force our producer Caitlyn to talk about some of the things that we may or may not be seeing across the board here.
Are you ready to talk about this, Caitlyn?
I'm ready.
This is a living newsroom,
I'm following it.
and this is happening right now. And I don't think I've seen Caitlyn more animated than I've seen in the last 4.5 minutes. As reports are coming in that they're possibly we knew that the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce wedding extravaganza at Madison Square Garden it was going to be happening this weekend, likely tomorrow. However, we're getting different reports right now. What are you hearing, Caitlyn
we got
Johnston?
to squawk into the newsroom, which means we just got like some words from ABC.
Right,
that
ABC
said,
News, our big affiliate, right?
And I think what is happening is they are just monitoring what's happening outside of but they said we're outside Madison Square Garden where Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding happening, and we were kind of panicking. But I've been on TikTok. I just needed to get onto my social platforms because I haven't been for a few hours. But so far there's been a flyer seen being held by NYPD that NBC News shared that said Taylor and Travis's wedding, which I'm like, that's a massive security fail if they were not supposed to show that from the police. But
Wow.
And Donna Kelce, Travis Kelce's mom, has been seen arriving in New York. Ed Sheeran is apparently in New York, and honestly, that is almost confirming it for me because he doesn't go places.
Well, yeah, okay,
Unless
interesting.
he's on tour or something.
Well, so they even said too. They go because somebody was talking about how somebody got a hold of the quote unquote ironclad NDA they make everybody sign, and so these 1,000 people that are invited to this thing have all kept their mouths shut. From a legal standpoint, they better because
you're not getting invited if you're not.
When it comes to a legal document, I wouldn't mess with Taylor
I know,
Swift.
but then at the same time too, you don't get invited to the next thing either. If you open your stupid mouth, you don't get invited to the next
Do you
thing.
know how hard she has to keep her albums and her music a secret? So she has some very trusted people in her circle. But there is a lot of activity outside of Madison Square Garden and a lot of activity online of people taking video of what's going on. There's been grand pianos being wheeled in. I've seen plants and trees and lots of stuff, which it's making me very. I want to go.
Did you see this? Did you see this though? That in honor of their upcoming wedding, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have donated $26 million to charities across America.
I just saw that, and these are the headlines that tend to get missed. But yes,
They donated $26 million.
That's a couple that's hiding everything. That's hiding something right there.
Is that what it is?
Or they're just generous.
There could be that.
accept the
I'll accept that, I guess, later. You know, my cynicism knows no bounds. But I will. I asked a question because the ironclad NDAs are there. But there are some things that people are kind of finding around the corner. Do you want to hear something? And again, we would do this. But I have in front of me Ethan and Caitlyn, because you're kind of the bigger expert on all this. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I said, what are they eating at their wedding? Okay? And
it's the 4th of July.
It is the 4th of July, but that doesn't make any difference.
Hot dogs?
Because and this isn't with AI. These are I'm looking at this. This has been reported by Page 6. I don't know what that is. But they are reporting that supplies that have been delivered to the venue include lobster meat, blackened chicken, French fries, thick-cut onion rings, and Krispy Kreme donuts so far.
That checks out.
Does that?
Does
Are
it
those
check
things
out?
that are?
I don't know,
what do you mean?
sounds good.
I thought maybe
so
you
it's
saw
obvious.
something about Taylor
Ethan,
Swift in there.
Ethan, so
No.
it's obvious. They're slicing Krispy Kreme donuts in half and putting on them lobster meat, blackened chicken, French fries, and thick-cut onion rings.
I wonder what that would be like.
That sounds
what if
amazing.
you toasted the donuts?
They'll dig us up in centuries and go, look at this sandwich we found. What were these people eating? Oh, was that from that famous wedding that happened at the big sports venue?
I think what we're looking at is a wedding venue for, I think, what might be a queen.
What is considered only the most rich would have eaten something like this, or the very fat.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, we also found this in Middle America somewhere.
So this is probably a queen / deity, local deity.
Local deity.
Someone who was considered, maybe
Right.
a god or.
Thinking about this more, though, just looking back at what her wedding may be. Madison Square Garden, huge party. I'm here for it. Now,
Okay.
I'm on board, and I just want to be invited now.
I know.
Well, look,
I know.
I mean,
you started out the week of,
starting to
I'm
panic.
trying to give them their privacy. I don't want to
Should
bother
I
them.
text her and let her know that you'll keep her
Well,
secrets?
now that she's out in the open and we're all pretty aware,
Now
like,
you're
I'm just
talking
like,
about
can
it.
I
Okay.
come? How do
All
I
right.
get on the list? I've been very loyal.
Well, show up with, be like, sorry, we had an extra shipment of lobster meat, blackened chicken, French fries, and thick-cut onion rings that didn't make it. I'm supposed to deliver these.
All
to
right.
Travis and
we got to take a break.
and Taylor.
In this break, I'm going to price out what it would take to get Caitlyn to New York City.
All right.
And then we'll see. And then Caitlyn, the ball will be in your court.
Are you cool with a Super 8 motel?
Don't care.
All right. As long as you can get there. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more around the corner, including our AI question of the day. We got to mow through. We got to get to our top. The top 100 has been cracked. We got to get you as many of them as we can deliver to you. So stay right here with us. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
When it's hot like this, air conditioners struggle to keep up. Parts are under more stress, and sometimes those parts fail. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and no one helps more homeowners maintain and repair their air conditioners than Any Hour Services. As a matter of fact, last year, over 32,000 homeowners called Any Hour Services for help maintaining and repairing their systems. Any Hour Services has over 100 HVAC technicians to help with everything from maintenance, repair, to installing a new system. This summer, there'll be a lot of people told they need to replace their air conditioner, and they'll wonder, do I really need to? If you're told you need to replace your air conditioner and you still have questions, Any Hour Services can give you a second opinion and let you know what options are available. Maybe it just needs a little maintenance or a small repair. Maybe it does need to be replaced, but if you don't feel good about being told you need to replace your air conditioner, don't ignore those feelings. Call Any Hour Services for help with air conditioner maintenance, repair, or to schedule a free second opinion. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
What if your weekends weren't dictated by your house? No mowing, no raking, no fixing that thing again. At Ovation Homes, it's not about having a home that owns you, it's about owning your lifestyle. Imagine no yard work, more time to do what you want, when you want, and how you want, with modern conveniences your way. Visit Davis County's best, Ovation Homes. Stop in to see Phase 5 at Sadie's Glen. Homes are selling fast. This is your chance to tour beautifully designed floor plans with the best amenities customized to fit yours truly. Less maintenance, more living, more freedom, and all for you. At Ovation, it's not just a word, it's an expression you'll feel toward your home, because your home should fit your life, not the other way around. For questions or to find out more, visit OvationHomesUtah.com. OvationHomesUtah.com.
Looking for your next great adventure? Visit KSL.com/win and enter this week's KSL News Radio contest. Step back in time with this week's America 250 contest to win a trip to Vernal, Utah, courtesy of America First Credit Union. Plus, saddle up for a chance to win tickets to the Ute Stampede Rodeo, one of Utah's largest rodeo celebrations. Don't miss your chance to win. Visit KSL.com/win today and get entered. That's KSL.com/win.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life's sleep.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed, and still don't, on KSL News Radio.
Hello, America. This is Vladamir, favorite Russian. Congratulations on turning 250 years old. This is very quaint of you. Where I come from, our town square is older than your constitution, but don't worry. Every country goes through a phase like this in life. Today, I would like to explain to your nation what it's like to turn 250. First, you're going to experience many mood swings. Don't worry, this is very natural. 1 minute you're saying, we are the greatest country on earth. Next minute you are threatening stranger online over hot dog argument. Perfectly normal. This is very typical identity crisis at 250. You'll be asking questions like, who am I? What do I stand for? Is ranch dressing a personality trait? Again, completely expected. You'll think you know everything. This is classic symptom of someone turning 250. You'll confidently explain freedom, government, history to countries that have been arguing about these things while your continent still had the buffalo wandering around. This is adorable. Finally, remember this. You'll start to have feelings for other countries that you've never felt before. Your voice gets louder. Your emotions start to get bigger in places you did not know. You'll start noticing countries you didn't notice before, possibly fall in love. And if it is true love between two countries, you will bond them. To be young again. You'll grow out of most of these things that are small hiccups along the way, America. Happy birthday to you, United States. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have Castle to visit that has been standing before your country was even an idea. Enjoy your fireworks if you get permission to light them off.
I thought that last part was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was a little mean there at the end. Took a swipe at us at the end. But listen, thanks, Vladimir, for checking in with us. And, hopefully one day things will kind of chill out and we can get back together with Vladimir in person.
So 250, America 250, that's our puberty. This is our country's puberty.
Yeah. That's why things are so weird right now.
Other countries are giving us deodorant and telling us, so your body's changing. They're having that talk with us. All right.
Yeah. No,
I like being younger as a country.
You know what?
It's
good to have our whole history ahead of us.
Everybody's jealous of us because our skin is really nice. You know what I mean?
It is
as a country.
It's a little awkward, though. I mean, we all know what we're going through right now, but it's good to hear from Vlad that this is expected. All right, so as promised during the break, I looked up how we can get Caitlyn to Taylor Swift's wedding.
And
I found a flight from United, leaves tomorrow. So is she getting married?
Well,
on Saturday,
I think
festivities apparently kick off tonight with a dinner.
Yeah, I think
and
tomorrow.
Then the marriage is tomorrow.
You think it's
tomorrow?
tomorrow?
I think tomorrow's the wedding.
That's
tomorrow's the
wedding.
wedding.
We're gonna have to get her there to
okay,
tonight.
Then she needs to fly tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second here.
So
Delta's got a nonstop flight tonight. It's the this is the red eye. So the red eye will get you there for $824 round trip there and back. Okay,
Round trip?
It's hot, but it's actually not that bad.
Yeah,
$824 round trip, but you're going to be on the red eye. That's okay. But as far as hotels go, hold on, I got to back this one off one day.
I'll sleep on the street.
Okay. Hey, listen, that's not advised.
And so I'll just sleep at the garden, the Madison Square.
I think
I don't think it's a garden at all. All right. I heard that the plants are lush this time of year. I could hide behind them, just sleep there.
Isn't that funny that Madison Square Garden sounds like such a beautiful place, and it's a basketball court?
Well, it's not just that. Like they store nuclear stuff there.
Yeah,
like it is.
It
does look like a bunker.
So we've got. I found this is literally a block away from Madison Square Garden at a place called the New Yorker Hotel.
It's
$140.
nice. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah.
140 for one night.
$140
For
That is
tonight
really
during
good.
Taylor Swift's wedding weekend?
Yeah. So you wouldn't need a hotel for tonight because tonight's the red eye. So you're getting there tomorrow.
Your
morning,
hotel's
first
Delta.
thing. So yeah, your hotel is row 33,
33B
in the middle.
Right. Uh-huh.
That's your hotel, but it's but otherwise, yeah. So we could, you know what?
I'm there.
Let's say $1,000 and you're there and you're an
And
observer.
I just got to find my way in.
You do have to find your way in.
Well,
and
you
in
know
fact,
what?
actually,
But she'll see me and she'll be like, "Come on."
Yeah. By the way,
she'll note your aura.
This whole conversation, by the way, just pinged federal authorities. You're actually under arrest as soon as you leave the building.
As soon as you land, you're going to be picked up.
Everything
by
I
the
say
Metro
is
Police.
satire.
everything is parody.
I'm really still interested in how she landed on Madison Square Garden as a venue.
Okay.
I mean, of all the places that Taylor Swift could get married, I would never imagine that would be it, but I guess
She does the unexpected.
she has a vision for something.
Okay, Millard, we have in front of me, if you'll recall, I have in front of me the America's 250, and we are at number 50, and we got to get all the way through this. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time, but are you ready?
This is a list that we've never read before that we had AI build for us.
Yeah, and it's gotten weird, but we're just gonna have to take it with the lumps that we got. And so it's not perfect, but there are some on here. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna mow through this.
Number 50.
Here we go. Number 51 was Sam Walton. Remember that?
Yep.
Okay. The Alaska Purchase, 49.
Okay.
The Integrated Space Age Satellite Network, which is what makes your phones work so well, right?
Okay.
I always love that. They're like, what do you love most about America? The Integrated Space Age Satellite Network. The Montgomery bus boycott.
Oh, okay.
The National Park Service.
All right.
The Lincoln Memorial. Ronald Reagan. I thought that was interesting of all the presidents get listed because we've had very few presidents on here. The Microchip Revolution. 39 is the victory in World War II. That's huge. Victory in World War II.
Yeah.
The Smithsonian, we already talked about. The Yellowstone National Park. Martin Luther King Jr. The Internet. Remember we said reset on these and give us what's actually the most important, okay? The Civil Rights Movement is 34 now instead of 188, I think, which is a better move.
Yeah.
NASA at 33. Grand Canyon National Park, 32. Ben Franklin, 31. The Electrical Power System, number 30.
Okay.
That's pretty big. The Industrial Revolution of America, 29. The Supreme Court, 28. Independence Hall, 27. Thomas Jefferson, 26. Now, here's the top 25 of all of America. You ready? I'm going to go quickly through this. You can't even, no commentary. Thomas Edison, 25. The Emancipation Proclamation, 24. Theodore Roosevelt's next. Okay, here we go. The Manhattan Project, Apple as a company. Martin Luther King comes in at 19. The Interstate Highway System at 18. The Apollo 11 moon landing is top 15.
Okay.
The Civil Rights Act of 1964. And then here we are at the top 10, Ethan. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Top 10, the American Revolution.
Number 10. Oh,
Number
all right.
10.
Okay.
Number 9, George Washington. Number 8, the Civil War. Remember we talked about how some things are, just kind of part of the history.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln, number 7. The United States Constitution, the Declaration of Independence. Those are both separate. Electricity comes in at number 3. And then this one says, his earlier appearance at 16 should be removed. Ben Franklin should be number 2.
Really?
That's what it just told me.
Oh, geez.
And then finally, they say that the American Constitution should actually still be ranked number one.
Number one, the Constitution.
So this list was a massive mess. It didn't know what to do.
I think it got number one right.
I think it got number one right.
I would have put Thomas Jefferson
at 2?
in. No, I would have at least bumped Washington out. I would have put him ahead of Washington for sure.
So you think George Washington outside the top 10?
Well, he could be in the top 10, but I would rank Jefferson ahead of Washington for sure.
There it is. I don't know if it's definitive or not, but it certainly is a lot of things that made our country what they are now to get to 250, even though that's still pretty young in terms of country terms.
As we learned.
Ethan, I'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, you will.
At the Provo Freedom Festival down in the parade. We'll see you next as Tim Hughes takes over for the afternoon news right now on KSL News Radio.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio. In for Jeff Kaplan this Thursday, I'm Tim Hughes. Sunny downtown, right where we started the day yesterday, 88 degrees. Our top story, Utah's wildfire season has reached another grim milestone. More than 300,000 acres have now burned statewide, and several major fires are still keeping hundreds of firefighters busy. KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera joins us live on the Utah Fire Watch. Eric?
Tim, Utah Fire Info now reports 392 fires have burned more than 328,000 acres this season. That's more area than the entire city of Los Angeles. The Cottonwood Fire near Beaver is still our largest active wildfire, while firefighters continue working the Iron and Cherry fires near Eureka. Even as containment improves on several major fires, Utah's total burned acreage continues to climb, underscoring just how destructive this wildfire season has become. Live, Eric Cabrera, KSL News Radio.
Meantime, wildfire victims are trying to understand why so much of Utah has burned this year and if a lack of forest management is to blame. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson reports.
Andy Anderson, whose family ranch was destroyed in the Cottonwood fire, feels the forest in his neck of the woods wasn't very well maintained.
If they just spent a little bit of money to take care of it and groom the forest, they could have prevented this.
But Utah State Forester Jamie Barnes says the legislature last year set aside $10 million for wildfire prevention efforts, and they've used it to groom upwards of 100,000 acres of land.